if you do go too far forward, you could get like roll kickback, right? Then suddenly you're at the enemy tower and they're TPing in clockwork, and that's how you catch them.
That is
right?
true. Like the TP already happens and then you roll and kick back. That would be good.
So like there is play there, absolutely. As we're gonna jump into game number 1, LGD versus Virtus.pro. A very fun series. So we'll see how this one ends up rolling out. Tai Long
Nice.
Necrophos. Saberlight on his Darkseer. I feel like this game, what do you feel like the build is going to be for the Darkseer? Is this just like a get an early mech? Do you need the pipe right away? Helm Dom currently queued up, which I will say the Helm Dom is kind of the standard nowadays. Like you go for the Helm of the Dominator and then you are like aiming for like cutting waves, constantly like ion shelling the creep and finding...
That is him deciding on the build.
He's like, I don't know, man. I'm just going to pick some random items. Who knows?
Well, for now, they're going to go for a deep smoke, see if they can get this Drow Ranger, which right now, I mean, they would run into her, but actually she has some teammates nearby.
Ooh, they're kind of leaving. Hell Scream. Ooh, goes up, yoinks the rune. Very nice. Being very annoying with the cogs to start things off. I like that they decide not to go too aggressive. I say that, but Fly is in a kind of a scary spot. There's going to be the bushwhack. And they'll just go ahead and retreat across the lane.
The build you were asking me, I think I would like just general auras. I think the scaling is there for LGD. Specifically, I think Doom is just going to make your life really annoying the later the game goes. The AoE Doom just kind of wrecks Earth Spirit, who is supposed to be rolling around using a bunch of abilities. It prevents Wind Ranger. If she hasn't used any abilities, right, you just jump on top. Now, granted, if you don't catch Saberlight, he could surge them away from the Doom. So there's counterplay, but it's just a bit harder than Doom going Doom and then jumping in.
Yeah.
So I feel like you'd rather play faster. Wind Ranger does need some time to farm up, but you try to combo that item timing. Like when she gets her BKB, to have several auras on the Darkseer. You use those auras to try to prevent the Necrophos from having picked up too many kills, because every time he's going for it, maybe you're popping a mech, maybe you're popping a pipe, right? And he's not getting those ultimate stacks to scale up. You can't really do that if you go for some other build.
So as expected in this lane, Tai Lung having a much better time. I mean, CS-wise, it looks fine for Earthspear, right? He's using his abilities to CS, but the sustain is where things get a little bit difficult. Every single deny adds up. I'm also curious, how has no one picked up the top bounty room? How does this get left behind? It's just still hanging out.
I'll tell you right now, dude.
All right.
If a smoke play happens, pro or pub, and then one rune gets missed just because the way it goes, and you're like, hey, mid laner, can you get it? They will never go. They're like, no, see, the equilibrium is too important. I cannot miss the block whatsoever. Like, okay, let me take a 5-minute journey to go pick up that bounty rune. Yo, top rune loaded.
Double rune here, top. Meanwhile, first blood for Yuma on the Drow takes out Saberlight.
2 runes is more exciting, actually.
Yeah, it kind of is. Dude, Abed just gets bottle and gets 3 runes.
That's why he didn't take it. He's like, I know I'll beat him to it. Now, it did mean he have to take roll, which I'm glad he did because I want to see him get involved. We have seen some Earth Spirit mids kind of skip it, actually.
Go like 2-0-2.
Yeah, but I want to see him try to make plays that a Necrophos just doesn't want to, right? Necrophos like, I won my items. I'm not really interested in starting fights. I also don't really do that anyways. So I'm glad he's not skipping it, even if part of it is just for the double rune. That doesn't usually happen.
Yeah, I don't think you are going to have much of a choice. Like, this Necrophos is going to completely dominate in this lane. Like, he's just going to free farm. Like, you don't have the damage out from an Earth Spirit to push him out of the lane. He'll constantly be max HP. His only thing he has to really worry about is his mana if he, misses some last hits, I guess. But doesn't seem like it'll be too difficult for him.
Yuma with a lot of denies, though, already. This is the downside of Darkseer +1 drafts, which is that you typically pair with a melee hero, and melee heroes are not so good at stacking. So sometimes if you fall behind, it's not as easy to catch back up. compared to if you have a ranged hero who's just like double stack, double stack, double stack. Now Clockwork kind of can if you use Rocket Flare, but it's just a bit more mana to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's already sent Earth Spirit all the way back to base, so it's beginning. Saberlight jungling on the Darkseer. We kind of...
Who's the king of the jungle? It's not Darkseer.
Oh,
it's not Fly.
It's definitely not Fly either, as Whisper will burn him down in the top lane. Nice
Got that ghost
there.
creep. Slow. Too good.
Spooky. Nice block there from Tai Lung, trying to prevent him from getting to that bottom water rune and refill that bottle once again. Tai Lung's just going to dive, pops the fortification to get even more damage dropped into the Earth Spirit. He's not stopping, man. He is making sure Abed has no entry into this lane.
And this is what you want to do, right?
Yeah.
You know that if he has a good start and then he goes to gank.
Saberlight in so much trouble. Frog Stomp slows. They just immediately dispel the surge. You mentioned it. Oh, boy. VP lane stage looking difficult as all 3 of the CS spots now belong to LGD as they're looking for another kill here on Fly. He's going to pop the cycle. Nope. Gets burned. Can't get away. Trying to body block up here on Tomato, but Whisper will find the kill. Pop a Lotus to keep himself healthy. Hellscream rotating through. I think he missed the Blood Grenade as well, so does not quite have the damage. As Whisper playing on a sliver of HP here. Tomato will chase after him. They get the flare. This should be a kill unless he can deny himself to the creeps. No. Nice chase down. Good kill from Tomato.
Need a low damage roll there.
Yeah.
All right, I was worried that rotation came in a little bit too late, but Whisper really wanted the kill, so I think that's what ultimately cost him his life. Big risk, big reward.
Nice sidestep there from Felicor, trying to get the lucky bounce and take out Tomato. Does not quite happen. He has a Fairy Fire to play with. Will keep himself alive. Now that Whisper's returned, the Infernal Blade and the Scorched Earth will be plenty of damage. LGD keeping up the pressure. Power rune spawning bottom. It's an arcane here. This is a huge rune if they can find it and actually use the Reaper Scythe. Scout it out. KJ's going to take it. So he's just going to push Abed off the lane. Does not want him to get level 6, as Magnetize is a great tool for finding some early kills, especially if you're trying to play for like a 7-minute Wisdom Shrine. Like that is like one of the best ultimates for contesting shrines.
Tai Lung is being so annoying here. Yeah. Just running in the bag. This is what you got to do if you play Necrophos. Because you don't gank,
the tower's just
you can't be as passive as other heroes. You have to take this kind of aggression, which is tricky because sometimes, oh my goodness, a Whisper had gotten cliffed. 606 current record. Nice try, Tai Lung. You'll have to give it another go next game. Still, a 6-minute and 40-second tower is very fast. It'll give a good gold boost to your teammates. And it makes it harder to contest these runes, which Earth Spirit would really like to be able to get back into this.
Fly, Strongman Tonic almost keeps it alive, but it's not enough. So Tomato will have to pop the Wind Run and disengage. Hellscream did manage to snipe the Shrine, though. Came back behind the tower to get it. So that's a pretty worthwhile trade for VP. I mean, this is what they were looking for in the first place. Oh, I say that KJ took the other one. Never mind. It's a 1-for-1.
Yeah, if it had actually been a 2-0, that would have been nice. But as you see, Theolicor, level 5, hero, he will at least die. Some good shots from Hellscream. It's not easy to land the power cogs.
No, it's not. It's just this. It is one of the funniest mechanics to watch because there's just nothing. You just see it coming. You're like, oh, guess I'll die.
I like the old one more, but this new one is pretty funny. It's a bunch of mini skill shots, and if you can land them, you're an amazing Clockwork player. And if you can't, then you're not a very good Clockwork player. But it's such a huge element to the hero, which is much more interesting than a couple years ago when the cogs were just there.
Ooh, regen denied. I mean, good job there from Hellscream to prevent this from getting into the hands of the Necrophos. Focus Fire coming out top lane. Whisper gets level 6, but a great Shackle will prevent him from using it. Almost commits the Doom, but he will survive. Nice use of the Funhouse Mirror as well. So Tomato on a killing spree. He's looking very good so far in this game on that safe lane Wind Ranger, keeping himself active.
Very heads up. they knew that he could hit level 6, so they were ready to instantly send the stun.
Bottom lane, Saberlight needs to be careful. Really nice deep ward placed here. KJ trying to get in range, will not be able to. As Yuma actually needs to be careful of his own illusion. It's pumping out some damage here. So they're now rotating back the other way. Fly will be the one that they find. Nice dodge for the moment. Impalement Art's off the mark. Roland off the mark. Dude, Drow is just like, all right, I am so deep. I'm going to do my best here, but TP success.
That was a really cool attempt to kick her to the Tame the Beast, but unfortunately just a little bit too slow.
Yeah.
But at least get this Observer before it expires. But there's a lot of heroes moving down here, and actually Tylung is now
Tylung's
coming
here.
as well.
He's been wanting to use the Reaper's Scythe, and he will now. First stack on the board for the Necrophos. As he's going straight into the Radiance. I mean, it's one of those things where do you go Boots of Travel sometimes, you go for the Radiance. Tylung's going Radiance. He'll go back for his Boots of Travel and his Shard after that. I mean, he's off to a pretty decent start.
And it'll be a little better because a second tower is falling, so more money over. Get the Radiance a bit sooner. And Abed just trying to play catch-up. Usually when you're picking this Earth Spirit, it's to be a bit more active than other heroes. But after getting bodied by the Necrophos, he's just had to play catch-up, try to get whatever farm he can, try to catch up in levels. Still doesn't have Magnetize. But I can't really blame him because you're not killing this tanky Doom up here with Magnetize. Not killing the Necrophos who's bodying you.
Dude, is he actually going Radiance as well?
You can do it nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, the double Radiance is fine. The evasion is good against Wind Ranger. I'll give you that.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Oftentimes you don't want to build auras versus Darkseer because he just kind of copies it. But he's looking and he's like, well, Tai Lung's getting one, so what's the problem with 2 enemy Radiance auras?
Guys, they don't stack. Like, we can all go Radiance.
We can all get Radiance. So I like it. Also, if you think about it, they won't always be in the same part of the fight.
Yeah.
But on the side of VP, there are 3 melee heroes, so it's very easy to get value out of the Radiance burn in fights. And it's also good versus Wind Ranger, who you often can't actually hit because she's running around. So you're trying to hope to doom her, and otherwise just run next to her with Scorching Earth and the Radiance and kill her that way.
Well, we'll see how it works and what the timings on those are going to be. Saberlight still working towards that Helm of the Dominator. I mean, he's level 8, though. Like, he's managed to recover XP-wise. He's doing pretty decent there. Lots of jungling, good stacks to play around, and that Helm is coming out very soon, which will amplify his farm rate very quickly.
True, but I will say you're probably hoping to get it a bit sooner.
Yeah,
so this is more of accelerated catch-up farm as opposed to get really far ahead and pick up auras before they're ready, right? By the time he gets his auras in this game, I mean, they're still going to be good, but if you get them fast enough, it is unwinnable, you know, to like play into the fights. Like, there's just too many extra heals and barriers, but now I think they can still win fights if things just continue going this way. Get in here. Help me kill these creeps.
Well, okay, I was going to say, Whisper picked up an Invis rune. I was curious if he was going to look for just an Invis Doom. But nah, just goes up to farm the wave. No cares. Tomato actually underneath the sentry anyway.
Farm.
Yeah. I mean, he's halfway there. He's almost got it. KJ walks up, finds this jungle stack being done. Feels pretty confident. Top lane focus fire as well as a roll in from Abed will take down the Doom. Another kill into the hands of Tomato. On the other side, they're going to TP in on Fly. Nice Wheel of Wonder. Finds the target. Tylung is here looking for his kill, but instead will just settle for the tower. So a 2-for-1 across the map. Nicely done for VP, but they do lose a little bit of the stack.
Yeah, I love the way KJ is just running in here. He knows this is what Darkseer's trying to do to catch up, so he can at least absorb some XP, but he's also not at much risk of dying because a lot of times the way you die to a Darkseer when you walk in there is he just runs you down with Ion Shell and the Surge, which Largo can actually just remove. So he's done it several times at this point. Sometimes it's not worked out, but a lot of times it's drawing heroes over. Really, that kill they just got in Doom was the first time that they were really able to proactively gank there, because a lot of times they've had to deal with the bottom instead. And honestly, did it even slow Whisper down that much? I mean, he's still...
It's a Doom, man. You can only slow him down for a little while.
Tomato just used Wind Run.
That's the Radiance done, and it's close, but yeah.
Okay, nice Shackle shot. If he didn't get that, I'm pretty sure that's a kill. I'm pretty sure he'll burn him down enough and then ult before the next Wind Run.
Yeah, ooh, nicely done here from Hellscream, blocking. They were looking to wrap around onto the Darkseer there, of course, but good positioning from the Clockwork. Not going to let it happen. Pop the fortification to try and save their tower. And he'll sack his creep as well. So they're not going to give him anything for this attempt bottom. That's what's super annoying about the Darkseer is he just Ion Shells a big creep that's hard to kill and just runs it behind the tower and starts dragging the wave. Tai Lung top lane. There's going to be the Wheel Wonder. It's actually not going to connect. He might be able to walk this one off. Has a Lotus, but there's the Focus Fire, and they got him. Beautiful turnaround from the side of VP, finding the biggest target right now.
A very convenient place to find him. He was just kind of isolated from any escape route.
Yuma putting a lot of damage here into the Clockwork.
Oh, if he
does
got one
have
more
the multi-shot, but yeah, can't go for it. Hook shot? Whew. Off the mark. Saberlight. I mean, he doesn't have wall, so I don't think you can really do anything here. You'd need some help. The team was coming, but
they're trying hard.
Abed, he rolls right on in, finds the target, knocks him down. The Haste Rune doing a lot of lifting in this one is now Saberlight. Will not be able to continue the chase, but hey, those are multiple big kills across the map. They're evening up the net worth completely. Tomato is still 4-0 as he takes the tier 1 tower. Meanwhile, Tai Lung is killing the largest Ancient stack we've seen.
That is a lot of money. So maybe the gold lead is not evening up.
Yeah.
Despite the
is he going the
kills
Aghanim
there.
Shard, you think, right away? Because we're hitting 15 minutes. Like, you get the Radiance and you either go Boots of Travel or you just buy out the Aghanim Shard. So
I think I would like it this game. One, you can get away from Clockwork Cogs.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be a bunch of illusions that you'd like to take out quickly. So getting that extra burst, I think, is quite nice.
No, he got the bots in route.
Up.
Yeah, he's got the bots in route.
Okay, he got that first.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Fair enough. It's also a good item, right? It allows you to play around the map. Every lineup kind of benefits from having some level of global hero so that you can be more efficient on the giant farming maps.
Top lane, Whisper. All right, I'll be fine. Okay, so my issue, right? The Doom, we've seen it. He's still farming, but is kind of not having the impact I think that you maybe need if you're going to have this like Radiance farming, Boots of Travel mid lane. But now he's got a Radiance as well. His next item, I think, is BKB. So we're not having like a blink coming out from him anytime soon. Who starts the fights on LGD? Do you just walk at them?
You're kind of forced to, but...
Or do you wait for VP to come to you and you just keep farming?
I think you're just farming. That's what the Radiance is now at this point, on the Doom.
Yeah, yeah.
I believe you outscale here just because the Doom in the late game, being able to remove some of these heroes is so powerful. So why try to fight, like get a blink and all that, right? Just get your Radiance, farm these jungles faster, drag it out. I do think he wanted to use Doom a bit sooner, though. I think that's one thing maybe they could have tried to enable him on because he was going a greedier route. They needed a Bushwhack to start things up here and then Doom someone, because I don't think we have seen one.
Nah, he pump faked a couple times.
Yeah,
like he was looking for the one top onto Fly, but Fly popped the Funhouse Mirror to dodge it, so that's like about it. Other than that, I think he's content farming. We'll see which, if it ends up paying off or not. Saberlight going to lose his creep. That's a little 100 gold there for Tai Lung. He's got the shard now, right? Like, this is the thing. The bots, Radiance, this hero farms incredibly fast. He's now past Tomato on the Wind Ranger, who does have the Mjolnir completed. I wonder if we're going to see Doom look for a shard this game, because I know the Aghanim shard for Doom has gotten a little bit more popular. He's also holding on to Frost attack. Oh, okay. Saberlight's in trouble. Yeah, he ditch. Oh, coming through the Twin Gate. Hold up. Tai Lung, no Ghost Shroud. Tomato is going to get the kill. Sharpshooter through. Nice hook shot to make some space. The Drow Ranger way out of position. Tomato is crushing him. Two heroes dead. Blood Grenade out looking for KJ. Happens to clip a little cog there on the way out, but Abed intercepts, hits him with the roll. They take down 3. Big wins here from VP.
That was a really nice rotation from Tomato. And I think pretty needed because he is at the top of the net worth even before that play. So he had to get involved to help his team where the other heroes have been struggling a little bit. They can initiate, but they just don't have the damage to get some of these kills on their own. And that's where Tomato steps up. I think that was a really nice move from them.
Uh-oh. We're going to see Doom finally. There's, oh, Bushwhack misses, but yeah, it doesn't matter. They'll finally connect onto the Doom, take out Tomato, his first death of the game. But yeah, Whisper getting 690 gold for the Doom, who is pretty farmed. That kill streak bounties, man, they're worth a lot.
That was also a good move from LGD.
10 to 10, 20 minutes almost into the game, so even. I feel like you're right though. Going late game, Doom Aghanim Scepter with all the AoE bonuses that we end up seeing on this hero is so terrifying.
You're going to be able to turn this Radiance into a Nullifier as well, which is very strong this game. It's good versus Escape Act, good versus all of Ion Shell, Surge, the Darkseer's abilities, the Wind Ranger, Wind Run.
I was curious who on VP could potentially build a Nullifier because I think both teams kind of need one. It's way more straightforward for LGD. I feel like they have the Doom, right? For VP, who goes out of the way to build a Nullifier?
I mean, it's going to have to be Darkseer, Earth Spirit. Wind Ranger can do it as one of the later items, but you need it sooner than that. So for now, they're just going to have to depend on controlling the Necrophos, which we saw them do once, right? Just silence him, prevent him from using Ghost Shroud. And if you can do that, then you can kill him, especially with Tomato's damage, which is going to help them get this. Okay, he did have a strongman tonic, I think is what that was. Thought they were about to sacrifice him for the Tormentor.
Thank you, Fly.
Shard for Hell Scream. It's not bad.
You definitely prefer some other ones, but you'll take it. It's better than nothing. Like, just taking it away from LG is always good. Hookshot comes through, finds the Doom, a vacuum back as well, trying to intercept, but he is fast. The rest of the team was not quite ready to engage on this.
They have the BKB on the Earth Spirit. They do want to try to find some kind of fight and possibly get Roche. Like, with Focus Fire, you can do it with this lineup.
Yeah.
Even though Earth Spirit and Darkseer are not strictly the best at doing Roche, the Wind Ranger carries the rest. Consecrated Wraps for Tai Lung now. The starting build is very farmy, very greedy. But if you get to this point, you start tanking up a lot. And the window to kill him easily is going to really close soon. I think one more item and it already becomes a bit of a nightmare to deal with a Necrophos just running in.
Hellscream looking for another opening. See if we can get to Thelacore. 8 toes. Making some space, but we'll smoke up. I think they saw that with the Earth Spirit illusion. Oh, and he denies an Arcane Rune. Okay, very nice stuff from Abed. Yeah, he saw this whole rotation. This smoke is not going to connect onto anything. And instead, they're actually looking bottom, knowing that the Necrophos is down here. He's going to TP out. KJ may not be so lucky.
I like that they immediately start moving after that Earth Spirit illusion denies the rune. When he does that, it's kind of saying, okay, nobody on our team is near there. Otherwise, you wouldn't have denied the rune. Yeah. So they immediately start looking for a kill somewhere else. But yeah, it has been completely dotted out, so bit of a waste of that smoke. VP slowing down the game from the start when they were losing some fast buildings. But I'm not sure when. I guess the Wind Ranger BKB, because you need her to help kill the Drow. You need to be able to like ult and just run in.
Yeah, you absolutely need like that single target damage to take out the Drow in these fights, and she can do it if she's not being like focused by, you know, Doom or Wind or Hoodwink or anything like that. So the BKB absolutely necessary. The main thing is, can you kill her in that BKB timing, right?
Yeah,
like
I
you
think
have
that's
that
where,
few second window to try and kill the Drow Ranger.
that's where the focus fire makes a big difference. And there is the BKB. Just in time with the 4-staff for Drow, though, which is pretty good at getting away from some of these initiations. For now, they'll get the Hoodwink pretty easily.
That's a nice magnetized BKB out from Abed, but he's taking a beating here from Yuma. The Doom does come through, finds the Darkseer. The question is, can they follow it up? He's in no man's land. Thilacor with a nice buyback will find some revenge. So a 2-for-1. And Roshan's top magnetizes down. I mean, you could look for Roche. Did he Reaper Scythe the Clockwork?
Amplify damage. Free Roche now for sure.
Yeah, okay. There's no way you turn around.
Thailand just ran in that fight, right? He just walked straight in. He knows how scary he is. He knows how hard it is to kill him with Consecrated Wraps. And soon he'll have a Manta. So even silences will not really do much to him.
They're baiting this. They're looking for Tomato top. They're going to try and force his BKB, and they will be able to do that. He's going to try and grab himself a kill, maybe TP on out. Thilacor, the sliver of HP, nicely done here. Baiting it with the wand to make sure he does not die.
Heal me, please. Heal me. Just 6 more of those. Use your shard too, bro. Yeah, this is what you want to do with the, well, you probably, Micro's hard. There's a lot going on. But you see them trying to just avoid cut waves with the Ion Shell. This is why he was focused top, trying to kill.
They need to bring the heroes. Drow's trying to get to the Twin Gate. I think they're just going to give it up. Yeah, okay, yeah. They'll go ahead and die there on Thilacor. Tai Lung may have gone a little bit too far forward this time. Trying his best to heal. Had that 20 stack on the stick, but they got him. Double kill for Tomato.
Also a very nice kill for them. A lot of money in that.
I mean, they just stuck around way too long. Like, they saw the Drow bottom. They're not done. Immediate rotation. Hellscream continuing to look for targets here on this Clockwork. Hard sentry drop. They do see them, but no hook shot at the moment.
Now going back to that play for a moment, actually. I think that's also part of the strength of the Darkseer, Helm of the Dominator, or Overlord. Doesn't really matter how you, like, which one. But when you're cutting waves like that, it does show heroes, right? They went to go kill that creep, and that's what let them know, okay, we can commit top because we saw heroes in that mid lane. So it's a way to avoid the enemy while also getting a lot of information. But you have to actually act on it, which VP did a good job there. See if they can get anything more out of it, but for now, LGD just playing it safe. I don't think they're really expecting to get that much out of this Aegis. It's just kind of like get the first, farm up. But I think if you could clear out a couple tier 2s, it'd be nice. Maybe at least one. The gem picked up for the Hoodwink, so they are ready to start moving together, clear out the vision, and make use of this Aegis. VP goes top. They don't want to engage quite yet.
You do have the level 3 Reaper Scythe. I mean, we kind of knew this game was going to be difficult to actually hit the Scythe, but it is something you absolutely have to be ready to dodge.
It's the downside of not having a true initiator, right?
Well, now you do. Whisper goes in, finds Tomato, gets the Doom, but he got the BKB off, and now with this, he should just TP on home. So they stop the... Look at the... Oh, they're in the enemy triangle. What are these guys doing over here? Just putting in some wards, hanging out in the enemy side of the map.
Yeah, again, it's the initiation, right? Doom Blink is sort of initiation.
What a value Invis rune. Absolutely so sick there from Abed. Kick back into the Wheel of Wonder. They're going to try and snipe Fly on the backside, but they don't have enough damage, and now a vacuum from Saberlight will put Thilacor in a rough spot. They drop the wall. There's the Reaper Scythe.
Doesn't actually kill him.
It didn't do enough damage. How? And with this, I mean, they're just going to keep this Magnetize rolling. You have Yuma doing quite a bit of work here on the Drow. They still have the Aegis available.
I believe it was the pipe that kept him alive.
Oh, was there a pipe that came through? Okay.
I'm not sure if there was another, like a heal, maybe a Lotus or something, but yeah, like a little bit off on the math. So going back to it, it's it's why the lack of initiation makes it hard to use the Scythe, and it makes it hard to use the early Dooms. They kind of want to be the follow-up, but who are they following up in this case, right? It's all Theolacore on the Hoodwink, which they weren't able to quite line up in this game. They were finding some, right? Of course, it's 13-15, but see if maybe they want to adapt the draft in the future to make it easier for those two heroes to use those ultimates. As they pick up these blinks, though, they start to be able to do it on their own. So they've kind of made it past that point. It's just, would we have had a bigger lead for LGD if they had a different hero who can kind of start things a bit more consistently? A Hydra's Breath is pretty nice this game.
It really is, yeah. I just love Whisper's build. He's just full carry, man. Blink, Radiance, BKB, Sanj, and Yasha queued up.
We were talking about it, right? I mean, he is. We've seen carry Dooms. This is just an offlane Doom playing carry.
3 seconds left on the Aegis. This will top off the Drow here in the mid lane. I mean, not the most value Aegis. We hadn't really see them, win really any team fights. They actually lost a few heroes in the middle of this, but the Drow survives with it, which is the important thing. Got to her BKB.
Going back to it, I still think LGD is the scaling team.
Yeah.
So the important thing was not losing that Aegis for VP to play with. And they got one tower, like you said, lost some heroes, but killed some heroes. It's fine. Set yourself up for the second Aegis.
Dude, Necro is going the Krellas. So he's going to have 2 forms of Ethereal.
We were saying who builds the Nullifier.
It literally has to be Wind Ranger, right? Like,
At this point, yeah.
I guess Darkseer could, but I feel like he's also really trying to finish up his aura items.
I think he needs to take a Purge creep,
Yeah.
which is a weird creep to grab, but I mean, when no one wants to build Nullifier and Tai Lung queues up a Ghost Scepter on top, he's like, wow, they're really not doing it, huh? Okay, I'll double commit to Ethereal. And he's not wrong. Someone's going to have to answer this on VP. Clockwork, you want to do it? Clockwork would not care. Clockwork is a hero who can build anything, but he just doesn't have farming speed to do it.
Yeah, you'd be farming Nullifier till next game, I think.
Okay, would you take that trade? Start the next game with a Nullifier? Right? You might lose this game, but like game 2, pretty in the bag with that one.
Just, yeah, I mean, coming to lane with literally double damage.
Yeah. But you lose game 1, right? So then,
yeah. Oh, big vacuum. Doesn't manage to get him onto the high ground, but they get the Wheel of Wonder combo. Trying to keep himself alive. He's survived for a while, but it's not long enough. The rest of the team unable to follow it up. VP, beautiful gank here. Set up from Saberlight's Darkseer. Caught sleeping, it feels like. LGD not prepared for these rotations from VP.
No, looking at it, a lot of the lanes were pushed in. I guess they just didn't expect that angle. Because, I mean, they had some information to know that VP was, doing something suspicious. But just didn't expect that 5-man angle. Now VP at least clears out a tower, and it should be a second one, is what I was going to say. But actually, they've decided to just grab hold of the triangle instead. Try to control this area. I mean, it would set them up for both the tier 2s and potentially this Roche spawn, which it's actually pretty quick if they can scout it out. Necro will be up, but it's not that easy to get there, especially if you've killed the creep waves, even though he has the boots travel. How much time do they have? There's still a good amount of time at top. So as long as VP scouts this as soon as it spawns, they should be able to do this just with the positioning advantage.
I like this Hoodwink build. The Blink to try and follow up. Get themselves like the potential initiation. You kind of said, right? Like there's not a lot of like obvious initiator from LGD. It's kind of just Doom hoping to find the Blink stun Doom target, but otherwise it's the Hoodwink. That's your only other catch right now.
She did queue up the Nullifier on the Wind Ranger. I kind of wonder if you stop this Krella's.
It's such a good Nullifier game. You have to get it, right?
Okay, there it is. The full Krella's done. I mean, you will be stealing a lot of healing against these melee heroes, which is kind of nice. I was going to say he'll need the BKB, but I see he has a heart queued up. So his goal is to just tank through it. Like, even when his Ghost Scepter, or sorry, his Ghost Shroud and Krella's are removed.
Power Rune spawn on the bottom. Okay.
Illusion. Pretty nice when you have all these Radiance builders.
Yeah, plus the
Scatter
Manta.
that around.
Yeah.
Necro is a great hero for Crooked Genius, by the way. We didn't really talk about that, but
really
you're doing
is.
so much damage all the time. It really adds up, especially as you have the percent HP talent, which I think you should have. Support Largo gets it a lot slower. Okay, he needs one more level, but once you have that, it is just so much damage adding up from the Necro. It's pretty much permanently on you as long as Necrophos is in the fight due to the Radiance and the constant... I don't even know what to call them. What are the Q bolts called as they follow you around?
The Death Pulses?
I guess so.
Yeah.
They don't really pulse, though.
Yeah. I mean, there's also like a couple jungle items that can help out the Necro a ton that you know, we're going to have an option of seeing. But we're getting close. There's the Aghanim Scepter for Darkseer. So you're talking in terms of counters to the Drow. I mean, this is one of them. You've got to be able to create the Drow illusion with the Darkseer wall. But now if you find her, you might just get her on the normal punch. Also could be a way to open the fight onto the Necrophos, you know, with that immediate stun. Both teams looking for the opening. I mean, we're at the point now where one fight can completely change the game, right? Where it's dead even in gold, 35 minutes. Roshan's available in the river. Both teams trying to find the right angle to approach the fight. Whisper might be the one that they grab. They hit some vision of him for the moment. Blinking aggressively from Hellscream, but it's not quite there. Whisper kind of baiting, seeing who's available. Saberlight's creep just providing a little bit of vision, but can they actually bring down the Doom? They get the Shackle, they jump right in. Big Wheel of Wonder, the vacuum pulling them all over the place, and the Necrophos will die as well. 2 big kills here for VP. They'll buy back on the Doom right away, but the only casualty is the Clockwork.
That is such a good initiation for VP.
Doom?
Did that catch the Necrophos? Was he stunned in all of that? Because how does he die otherwise? He didn't use anything.
He got like vacuumed into Wheel of Wonder, I think. He got like hit from like a
wheel?
cog into vacuum into Wheel of Wonder or something, right?
Okay, he like jumped into the roll into the wheel, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean that is very unfortunate. He just did nothing. That is where the Hydras is really useful though, because you're splitting the damage onto multiple targets. I think without that, they would not have, like, you would have killed Doom, but then Necrophos would have lived, and then the Doom buys back, and then you got a problem. But actually killing both in that combo was huge. They did not go straight to Roche, which I thought they would. Okay, maybe just playing it safe, scouting out the area. Wait, who's got the gem? Yeah, take this one out.
There's your Nullifier. So Nullifier done. Roshan's going to be dropping an Aegis. They'll be putting into the hands of Tomato. I mean, everything right now, turning up VP, they're starting to hit that really strong momentum. With the Lincoln Sphere, dude, yeah, he's so difficult to deal with now. They need to end this game soon, though. I think like VP is as strong as they are going to be for a while. Like, this is kind of like their big moment. Like, you have the 25 on Wind Ranger, of course, which can help out, but I don't think you want to take this game like 20 minutes. I think you want to end it before then.
You don't want to, but you might have to. We'll see what they can actually get here. The hook shot, a little bit off, but
you got
the vacuum. Whoa. That's a lot of damage all adding up at once. That was normal punch, power cogs, I think the rocket flare. Yeah, you would like to use this age.
Same second.
Sometimes you just die. Yeah, you would like to get some Get some high ground damage with this Aegis. Like you said, don't drag this on too long. I do favor LGD the longer it goes on. I don't think VP's like totally out of it though, right? So I don't want them to do anything foolhardy just because they feel some time pressure. They can still win late. The Darkseer illusions are still going to be strong. Wind Ranger. This is a hero, even if she is, like as a whole, the team is outscaling. Wind Ranger can kill one hero, get the reset, kill the next hero, and just keep going that way. Ooh, Hellscream making great use of the shard he got earlier, paying it back to the team by finding Whisper.
It has to be like a BKB TP now, right? Yeah. Try your best, but well done from Whisper, making sure to hold the BKB till after the hook shot.
No BKB now, so can you just go fight? I mean, your cooldowns are way lower on the side of VP. I guess they would like the Wind Ranger 25. I missed how close she is. Okay, there's a couple ultimates that they're about to have. Yeah, I mean, it just look. This is a great way to show it, right? 3 ultimates, 3 BKBs compared to the other side, just 1 BKB available. Seems like they're going. They're
How
grouping
much time
up.
do we have on the Aegis? A couple minutes at least, right? Yeah, 2 minutes, 45 seconds.
Last outer tower.
I think you need to threaten the high ground. Like, you've got to crack the lane of Rax at this point. Drow is very annoying to go high ground against, but there's the banner.
The dream here is to kill the Drow while you have an illusion, and then with that illusion, you can get megas.
Oh, BKB.
Okay.
Yuma trying to just find a kill here onto the Darkseer, but
Good reactions from Yuma. Saberlight was trying to get that illusion we were just talking about, but a creep cut top at the same time.
they had another wave,
LGD
though.
dragging it out. Yeah, I kind of think VP should have stayed. Also, didn't they have a...
They had one more wave and the banner.
Yeah, where's the banner?
It's dead now. The banner was used on the top wave. I think... I mean, obviously, finding the Doom there would be really nice. They're just playing it very safe, right? Like, they do not want to give up any kind of map control. They have great pickoff here. And Tomato has hit level 25 now. Okay, they found Whisper. He does have another BKB with a clockwork here. Everybody here, normal punch comes through. He's going to be forced to BKB, try his best, maybe find a return kill. But all the Lincolns as well, just rubbing salt in the wounds. Can't find the Doom target. 110 seconds on the sideline now for Whisper.
Surely this is it now. This is the...
You have to go high ground.
The high ground, bottom lane push. They have a decent size... Someone just eat out, though. They're trying to get the hoodwink.
They got him. Yeah, that'll be a very nice kill. So 2 heroes now. Sideline for LGD.
If they run bottom, they can maybe still make it. But yeah, this is kind of the downside, right? Because you go for that top kill, now I see the creep wave dying bottom, which means there's just more time ticking down. I feel like with that Doom kill, I'm really surprised they're not pushing harder for a high ground.
They've still technically got a minute before he's back up, right? So they could
That's
do
true.
it.
You got a lot of time.
You just only have the Aegis for like 15 more seconds. They've managed to stall it out on LGD, at least for a little while.
Oh, they're finding that
Nice
Largo.
vacuum punch back onto KJ. Saberlight in some trouble, forced the BKB. Nice use of the catchy look there to get rid of the surge.
Hellscream wasn't with them. Otherwise, I think you can finish that kill. Okay, they end up with a good amount of top lane tower damage, but I can't help but feel if they push a little sooner.
They did build a lot of net worth in the Aegis time, though, right? Like, they're 11K ahead now. All 3 outer towers are down. Almost gets a tier 3 tower, but you know, I guess in their minds, like, do we wait for the next Roche? Do we just wait for like a potential pickoff? Which they do. I think they have an easier time finding pickoffs. I say that as Fly gets picked off in the enemy triangle.
How much does gold matter, though, when you get doomed? Right? Like, certain items will protect you from it and help you deal with it. But I don't know.
Oh, man. If they find Tomato here, it's absolutely enormous. He's going to go and
Fast
get the
BKB.
blink. The Doom comes out. He just TPs away. The Reaper Scythe might get him in the fountain. He's going to take down.
Oh, my goodness.
Absolutely.
So that's the thing, right? Like, if Doom is alive, this sort of thing is possible. And, of course, you're not hoping it happens, but that's sort of why I think pushing earlier while the Doom was still dead for so long made sense. Because when he is up, you might be favored with the gold lead, but they can always find that pick-off where the gold lead didn't matter. It was 5-on-2 there, 5-on-3 as more heroes show up.
Man, I mean, Tomato, level 25 on the Drow now. He's got the... He did not go the multi-shot waves this time. So, you know, we've been kind of seeing go back and forth. He's chose the marksmanship chance.
It makes sense here. You want the extra chance to pierce through the wind run if that one's going.
Well, Glacier's down. Just going to try and knock on the tier 3 tower. Drow's illusion gets made as they drop the wall. I mean, we felt like VP was in full control, but now it's LGD the ones knocking on the high ground. I don't know if they continue to push this. Looks like for now they'll just give it up. Farming towards a Scythe on the Hoodwink. I think I saw Doom had a Scythe queued up as well. He's going to buy his Aghanim Shard, which, again, I feel like it's gotten buffed quite a bit. It looks pretty decent, but this will help him a little bit in the fights.
They're respecting the Roche time.
Yeah.
If you throw on that high ground. This 7K lead just becomes like 20K instantly. Whereas if you could get it, then you equalize the 7K gold lead instantly. And if you win a team fight on top of it, you could pull like 10K. So these late game Roches are huge. And it could also be Doom getting a refresher if you can get this next Roche. And he's working on Nag, so double Doom would be really strong.
Dude, Conjurer's Catalyst is so nuts. We're going to see them jump Doom once again in the bottom lane. He's going to pop the BKB. They're going to try and get out. The Focus Fire is not enough damage. Okay. For the, I don't know how many times this game, Doom BKB down off the gank.
Kind of a longer Roche spawn, though, so I think it's going to be back up by the time you have to fight for it. A bit unlucky for VP. Otherwise, you could push that.
How do you feel about the Wind Waker build that's coming out here on Largo?
Can't say I have seen a support Largo go Greaves Wind Waker. It's kind of sick.
Yeah, I like the Greaves quite a bit. The Yules is fun. But the Wind Waker, we'll see what it ends up doing, right? It's kind of like your potential for saving one of these other heroes. Oh, he has an axe. All right, that's sick. Well, we were talking about, you know,
Escape Act.
But yeah, now you have the actual 100% chance to dodge.
Yeah, it flashed in my mind earlier, but it was such a, you know, it's an item you pick up quite late for Earth Spirit. I forgot to bring it up, but here we are. I mean, the game has dragged on. Still pretty even, 7K gold lead at nearly 50 minutes, so it is time for these tools to come out. And maybe this is what gave them the confidence. Like, hey, if I get Necro ulted, we're not worried about that. That reduces his threat. Maybe you can do the same to Doom, but once he picks up the Ags, I don't think you can. You can no longer jump in and do that to people. Unless the cast range is a lot more than I realize. I think maybe they'll consider their own Wind Waker for things like that.
Well, getting
Mono
started
just sends
on the
it to
Roche.
proc the Roar.
There's Doom's Nullifier. It is so hard. Dude, I mean, Hellscream just cutting down all the trees here with the cogs, making sure they have perfect vision to play around on the high ground. I honestly don't know who wins the fights, man. These fights are going to be so close.
The last big fight we saw, Tai Lung got pretty unlucky with when he jumped in.
Yeah.
And that's what made it so easy for VP. I doubt we're going to see the same thing. One, just the coincidence of it, but two, he's tanked up, right? So I don't think he dies in a single combo anymore, which means he's going to be doing a lot more in these fights. That's why VP's going so carefully, right? They can't just will the last fight to happen again. They've got to be careful about who they jump, who they find.
Scan does not connect. There is a good ward sentry there if they're going to see it. Not going to de-ward it, though. Ooh. Nice blink to safety. Saberlight goes in, gets his hands for the moment, comes through. Nice Yules to dodge out the Whisper Doom. Saberlight, no, it gets caught from the Lincolns now. Who's he going to find? Who's the target? Nullifier out onto the Clockwork. The Drow will clean it up. Okay. A bit of a scrappy fight, but favoring the side of LGD as Virtus.pro could not find the target they were looking for. The wall off the mark. Abed gets caught for the moment. Bushwhack comes through. The Doom is there. Oh no! He was trying to break this attempt, but instead costs him his life. And that's going to be Roche.
He did break it in a way. It's not the way he wanted.
I guess you're right.
Yeah, that's going to be the Roche now. So we talked about the huge gold swings. They win this fight. Actually, they may not even be done fighting. Theolacor
oh my God.
moved in a little too far. VP... They want to stick around and they want to poke a little bit, even if they weren't going to go for Roche. So they'll at least get a kill. Maybe two.
Yeah, that's 2 kills. Tomato does so much damage. I mean, trading these supports for the space to get Roche on, right? I think that's fine. I know support players out there are like, come on, man, we're worth more than that. But you get the space, you get Aegis, you get Cheese, you get Refresher, you get another banner. I think you need these, especially if you're trying to go high ground.
I think they didn't actually need to die, though. I think they thought VP would abandon the area, so they were trying to be efficient and move in, but VP was actually hanging around, even though they can't get Roche. I guess predicting that the supports were going to come in, and, you know, paid off. They got 2 support kills. So at least this first, minute of Aegis is kind of wasted as you just wait for your supports to respawn. That is something good for VP. Though ultimately losing the Roche and all the goodies. Not really what you were hoping for. And that is now the Refresher Shard for Doom. We talked about it earlier, but they weren't able to get it. You do have double Dooms now. And I think he does have the Ags, right? Yeah, he has eaten it. So
Ag synth fully done.
Yeah, it is tough to jump into these fights now.
Yeah, once you have the Ags on Doom plus the 25 talent like that, it's such a death sentence, man. And he does have the Tendrils of the Deep, so one of the better jungle creeps you can have. Really assists in initiating these fights.
Should we make Dota more complicated? Do you think Frog Stomp should also spawn water?
I don't know. I'm trying to think how lore-wise it would work.
They just stomp and there's water, bro.
Just a really wet frog.
Yeah. They have to be. It's how they breathe.
Oh, all right. Speaking of Ag Synth, picked up there for Tomato. This one's super annoying to deal with because it just makes it so difficult to track this hero on the fight. Hook shot, Hell Scream, big Hex though. Comes right in from Theolacor. They will look for the kill. Big vacuum from Saberlight, but there's the Doom. He's going to get put in the escape back, but there's no way out. Abed here with a BKB. Tai Lung just chasing back these heroes one by one. He's trying to keep that Magnetize running though, and if he can, maybe they can turn this fight to Haster doing a lot of work. Somehow, only one hero dies. But it's the target of the Doom, and he's got another one.
This is why the AoE Doom is so annoying there, right? Clockwork goes in first. That's the information that they need to see the LGD heroes. That's what allows the vacuum. But you don't want to all-in commit because you know the Doom is going to come in. So there's that moment of hesitation. And because of that, the vacuum doesn't actually amount to much. And in fact, it gets himself killed. So now it is Yuma coming back for the high ground, and he's very farmed. So this is going to fall really quickly. You might need one more creep wave to come here, which actually here it is.
I really like the Disperser pickup on Drow. Like, it's not an item we see all that often, but this hero is so dependent on movement positioning. So it just gives you that little burst of speed in the fight, and it might help you survive, like, a hero surging at you, right? You just dispel the surge, and you're just like, okay, I'm fine. I can reposition. They can't surge after me. It's a good idea. Abed tries to go
nice
in.
Try.
Very good attempt, looking for that stone form.
Yuma's had some very
ready,
fast reactions
Yeah, he
today.
was ready. That was so quick.
He had a BKB earlier that I think dodged I think it was Vacuum? Anyways, and now getting out of there with a Hurricane Pike.
Yep, Glacier to take the melee racks. Saberlight respawning in just a couple seconds, and we are back to pretty much a dead even game now. Let's take a look at how it all started. The Hex that came out from Thelacor. A huge vacuum, but...
The follow-up is the Clockwork, and the Clockwork went first.
Dude,
and
the
rest of the team was still
so
getting
much
there.
damage.
This is, in hindsight, you know, it's like, that's a good find if you can kill the Largo instantly, but the team needs to be near enough, and sometimes you get a little too ahead of yourself. You know, you're jetpacking ahead, someone's surging with you, you're like, yeah, that's the team. And the others are still a bit further behind.
What talent did the Earth Spirit take? Because I'm curious, because that Magnetize did so much work. Okay, Magnetize himself. Yeah, that makes sense. I was like, it feels like he took the Magnetize talent. He was cooking them, dude. He brought like 4 heroes down, pretty low in health. So you got to be careful of Abed in these fights for sure.
Hoping to find someone with that tail end of the Amplify rune, but no such luck. Damage dealt. Yeah, I've seen that damage from the Earth Spirit, like you said. But a lot coming from Saberlight as well. Those illusions. Copying the Radiances, copying the Drow. There's been a lot of multi-man vacuums, even if they haven't always led to the winning fight. It's padding the stats. It's getting scary, though, with this Hex now on Hoodwink. There's just so much cast range on it. And one Hex can just be the death sentence. It's going to require the Earth Spirit to instantly save them, right? Just like jump in, kick them out. Put yourself at some risk then, though.
I mean, you have like the double escape act, which is nice. Like that's super helpful in trying to keep people alive, but...
Nullifier's out already.
Yeah, it's like you have the Nullifier, and so that if you are the target of the Doom and you're nullified, I don't know how you survive.
If
Except
LGD,
enchant Remnant, maybe. Like, you know, just enchant them and kick them into your base and hope that it's far enough.
If they want to kill you, they'll kill you. But if they scatter their tools, like Doom is somewhere, Nullifier's on another target, that's where the double escape act can still do what it needs to do. I like this banner with the catapult wave.
Yeah, very defensive.
VP, both teams like recognize. VP's trying to do the wraparound. LGD knows there's a wraparound, so they're just trying to hold it off.
They're going to jump in. Who do they find? It's going to be KJ. Yuma gets the BKB off right away. Looks to Saberlight, just crushing him. The self-doom here. Buying some space. The Nullifiers. Tomato's going to chase him down. Whisper's dead. Thelacor's dead. The Magnetize just ripping through him as he's trying to find the Largo, and he's going to do it. The fight goes the way of VP. Triple kill for Tomato. They just steamrolled LGD in this fight.
Which I actually thought LGD was going to take that. I'm looking forward to a replay on that, but so much damage from Tomato. He was completely free. This is the nice thing about having 3 melee heroes on your team. They're all going in first, drawing the attention. So Tomato is able to just go from target to target, gets what he wants out of this. Fortunately, LGD had pushed out most of the lanes, so they didn't immediately lose buildings, but bottom lane was going their way. They're trying to clear it with these illusions. You have buybacks, but you really don't want to have to use them here with Roche right around the corner.
This is such a huge win. We'll see if they can actually crack the high ground here, even up the racks. 1 fortification available. We're going to see them pop it for now.
They also had, what was it, bottom? Bottom was really low from earlier, right?
Yeah, they're killing it right now. It's
was
about
it top?
half. No, top's the one they pushed initially. That tower's at like
there
1
it is.
HP,
Yeah.
They're going to head to bottom. It's an instant Roche. 10-second respawn. Now, the side of LGD will be up. They don't know about this yet on VP. They really just want to finish off this second lane of racks. No focus fire up quite yet, a few seconds away, but I think Tomato still has the damage. We'll see if he sticks around. No, yeah, they're just going to leave the range. Who cares? We got the mid lane. We finish off the melee racks, and Clockwork has now found Roshan. What a close game. This could be our first hour-long game. We're closing up.
I'd be amazed if it wasn't. I think by the time you get Roche and you reset, it's already that hour mark. So then the question is, do you use that Roche time to just get tier 5s?
I think you just look for picks. Yes, you probably just stay in the enemy jungle, right? Like their triangle, their jungle, and like look for pickoffs. Maybe you send like one support back. But I don't know if you want to split up too much right now.
You do need just one good fight. Top, we already saw super low. Bottom exposed with just the range racks left. So you can easily mega with any kind of kill.
There it is, 4th Roshan. Aegis Cheese Refresher and another banner. Man, this game has been very back and forth, but VP, I will say, has looked really clean in like a lot of these late game fights. Like there's been a couple times like around the last, not this Roshan, but 3rd Roshan, of course. But Tomato on this Wind Ranger has had such a good game. Abed definitely showing up on the Earth Spirit as well. Saberlight with big vacuums, Hellscream constantly scouting. Like it's a full team effort. Fly with always finding saves here with these escape acts. Big Wheel of Wonders as well. He's had some pretty great taunts with that.
Yeah, the way the teams come together has been great. And I think this is where having so many initiators does help. We've seen how it's tough sometimes, right? But they just have a bit more control to actually make things happen because they're literally the active team, right? Like they are the ones who decide when to go in more than LGD. So they can pick good fights.
Oh, Blink Hex from Thelacore. Nice Wind Waker.
Second Wind Waker. Well, you said it. We're getting to late game Dota. Start counting up the Wind Wakers.
That was Hellscream, right? Has the first one? Is that what I saw?
I believe it's his, yeah.
There's one on KJ. And I think Whisper is about to finish his as well.
Thelacore could probably consider getting one, too.
He's going Ags, baby. He wants damage.
That's fair enough. And when you combo that with a Necro, you can get kills from over half health sometimes, depending on what auras and like magic resistances are in.
Dude, I can't remember the last time I saw a level 25 Ringmaster. I'm super excited to see the Wheel of Wonder AoE. This thing is enormous.
Now, what neutrals we got? Because they are spending some time here on this. Full damage option would be Stygian, but the Minotaur could actually be kind of useful.
Saberlight, I mean, probably just going to go Book of the Dead, but you never know. There's your Blink Dagger. What is Tai Lung selling?
Ooh, I see Divine Rapier queued up for Yuma. That could be a turning point. One Drow proc when you have a Divine Rapier is so much damage. Or a Daedalus crit, you know? So you're just rolling the dice on which one. Okay, we see some Books of the Dead. When you've already got the map this open, or the base this open, it's quite nice because you just keep sending the Book of the Dead at different buildings and you cheese your way there.
I mean, LGD have not been able to get out of their base enough to find these jungle items, like these tier 5s. They're trying their best on the Doom and the Drow on the bottom half of the map to try and clean up a couple of these jungle camps, but you can't extend out too far, right? Like, Virtus.pro have a stranglehold on the map at the moment. Let's see, Yuma, what has he got on this item? Divine Rapier queued, like you said. Jump in. Oh, he doesn't get the Enchant Remnant. Okay, nice dodge there from Tai Lung.
He has the Enchanter's Bauble. Is this the play?
No,
Does he have the right?
I mean, okay, actually, he might have to. These choices are not great. He might actually do the Bauble and just pick a better enchantment. And then, like, re-roll it, hopefully, if he gets there, but we'll see. Jump in. Abed looking for another grab. Does not find it. Rolls to safety. He can just keep fishing like this, right? Like, they've got a little bit of backup. It's really just the Doom needs to be careful of. Jeez, look at the AoE on that thing.
You just keep trying. Because otherwise, Tomato pokes things away. You got the Book of the Dead. So when they walk up to clear it, you go for the vacuums, you go for the kickbacks. And we see they're not connecting yet. That's okay. You just do it again later, right? It's very low cooldown, very low risk. And you just need to succeed once to completely break the formation that LGD wants. It's very tough for them. They need a really good Doom to connect on the right heroes, which I would say is Earth Spirit.
It has to be
and
Abed.
Probably +1, but that's so hard to keep them in that AoE. So then you just need like really good Drow procs to kill them in the time of the Doom. Did she ever get that Divine? I know she was trying to.
Doom, self-Doom, trying to chase for the heroes, but he gets shackled on the low ground. A Wind Waker will buy him a little bit of time. Of course, the Aegis expiring. That's the timing they were trying to play around, but they will not find it. Instead, the Vacuum will grab Tai Lung, pops the Manta to try and get to safety. And they'll make it out for now. That is Doom down.
I think he should have the money and buyback. If not yet, he's very close to it. They're just trying to buy time until then. You see them barely leaving the base. Granted, VP's not really giving him any wiggle room on this. Warriors out on a journey.
Yeah, I really like where VP's been positioned, right? Like this triangle, being able to cut mid and top, it's worked out really well.
It's a very cautious gameplay from VP, but I can't blame him. That high ground's pretty scary. And 17K is, you know, it's not actually that meaningful at 65 minutes. It's really just about how the fight breaks out.
Especially when your Wind Ranger's holding on to 12,000 gold in her pocket.
That is also true. What does he even buy, though? I think he already ate a Moon Shard.
It's the Divine Rapier. He bought it out.
Oh, nice.
So backpacks the Mjolnir, looking to go aggressive off the Divine. AoE surge, everything. Looking for Tai Lung here. Has to blink away. Needs to be careful.
Oh, I hear that he has a Minotaur horn. It's pretty nice. You can maybe
Spider legs, very nice.
Use that to get out of some silences, some shackles. Yeah, Doom's got his Wind Waker. Earlier, the jump onto Saberlight was pretty good, but just couldn't chase after them.
He finally gets him! It took him a while, but the roll's off the mark. He pops the BKB, gonna get caught from the Nullifier, but he jumps away with the Aghanim Shard. Very nice. Delacor comes in to try and save him. KJ with the catchy look, it's not gonna be enough. Pulled really far back. Another Wind Waker, but a huge Wheel of Wonder. He gets the blink! No way!
Full team effort.
Disengage. They're all safe.
I can't believe that.
How are they alive?
But it did require some BKBs, right? So they are a little bit weaker now. VP, they want to repeat. Abed on the hunt.
They jump in, doesn't get him. Gets caught from the stun, the self-doom. Looking to kind of zone them out. And can they finish him off? The Reaper scythe is there. He's dead. Abed sidelined 100 seconds. Has buyback. Jumping in deep here behind the team is the Necrophos, and he needs some help and fast. In comes Delacor, in comes KJ, but the vacuum puts them back. Normal punch will finish off the Hoodwink. Can they get the kill here? Clockwork falling low, protected by the BKB. Tai Lung really wants a kill. They cannot find the opening.
I think everyone's about to relax a little bit again. I think it's a lot harder to attempt these plays without the Earth Spirit, and I don't think you really want to force them to buy back. So you're just going to try to maintain map control here, but outside of a serious mistake, I don't think you're forcing anything. Yeah, we see them start to back up. Is this a Wind Waker as well for the Necrophos? It's queued up. He's at least getting the secret shop component, and I think he's got the money. 9,000.
That's probably Doom's.
Yeah, he's doing some math. Oh, he forgot his Void Stone. He's going to have to go back.
Oh, okay. No,
there was a great bushwhack from Theolacor in that attempt when Tai Lung got kicked back. I think it caught 3 heroes, so that's what helped keep Necrophos alive. And they almost killed Theolacor, but I think there were some Lotuses that then healed him, which Lotuses are quite valuable in the late game. It's like, it's so much heal that supports can use on other heroes. Because that's the late game issue with cheese, is like, what do I... Like, look at Drow. Yeah, I want to have cheese. I will not replace any of my items for this cheese. You know, it's very tricky to use. But the Lotuses are really nice for that. And they tend to be underutilized because nowadays supports are also getting slotted. So it can be kind of tricky. But I think Necrophos is a hero when he's in the game. A lot of the supports will try to hold it anyways, because when he is Ghost Shrouded and you use a Lotus on him, like a late game Lotus, it's a full heal. So then you can also use it on other teammates, in that case, the Hoodwink.
Well, Roshan number 5. I'm going to guess probably the most Roshan so far in a single game this tournament.
Record setters here in the Old Americas team.
How many Wind Wakers do we have? Is this like Wind Waker number 5?
I think that sounds about right. If Necro has picked his up.
Yeah, Necro and Doom both have theirs. We know Clockwork has one.
Oh, I thought he got his Divine earlier. I guess not yet still.
Yeah, 5 Wind Wakers. Very nice.
I mean, we've been saying how the fight breaks out kind of decides it. Wind Waker is the answer to that. You can get some free repositioning. You can save teammates. It's also a great tool versus Necrophos ult.
Ooh, I mean...
Okay, time to back out.
Valiant attempt there from Saberlight. Yeah, but the moment that misses, it's like, all right, we'll wait.
Yeah,
30 seconds to wall. It's not that long of a cooldown.
You just keep going for these kind of plays, and in the meantime, illusions. These...
well, Necro
these
Minions.
Necro Minions.
Dude, they might get that tier 4. It's
down, right?
low.
Yeah, how did it get that low? Because they keep doing this stuff. It's not fast, but it's safe, right? This last probably about 20, 30 minutes has been VP pretty much doing this. And it is on LGD to break that up when it's just so hard.
How is it so consistently LGD that has like the hour-and-a-half long games?
I think they got that fighting spirit, you know?
They just never give up.
They're always playing. They don't give up early. But they're in such good form that they're rarely, like, sure, they've been behind these last, I don't know, half hour at this point, but it's never felt like they couldn't win, you know?
True.
I feel like it's a mix of the way they draft and play. They always feel they have a shot in the late game, so it keeps happening. Sneaky smoke from VP, maybe trying to wrap around, but they are being scanned. Yes. LGD knows they're getting in position.
Dude, I mean, what do you...
Whisper on the side. This could be really sneaky. He could get a huge Doom if they commit. But they're also bouncing back.
They're like, guys, we just want the top lane. We want the mega creeps.
Ooh, a banner dropped for this. 3 catapults is a lot. If those were focusing...
Oh, does not get the remnant this time either.
He needs to keep them distracted is what he's... He doesn't want to let them start hitting the barracks. I think this is a really smart play from Tylung. I really like this. It's risky, but
it's a really good placement.
It's keeping his team from getting mega.
Oh, they pulled Drow down to the low ground. The illusion doing some work. Doom comes out, but he almost dies. Reaper Scythe dodged. Very nicely done. They're trying to buy themselves just enough time to get out of this fight. Tomato, he's okay, but the Doom, the Magnetize is in, baby. Abed doing a lot of work with this. Saberlight, another wall. Look at the remnants just going through everybody. Thilacor, a big heal there from the Lotus. He's going to make it back to the base, but the Mega Creeps objective accomplished. VP finally crack the high ground, get what they were looking for, and they get out. They force the buyback on Whisper. What is going on?
These fights are... It's very hectic because of all the Wind Wakers and escape backs. Heroes are disappearing. Health bars are gone. It's very tricky for these players. But it's easier for VP because their one goal is this last barracks. So even if we're not getting kills, we can just finish that. So while this Doom is getting run down, they're able to just boop, boop, a couple more taps, finish that barracks, and they can back off again. They've got the megas. And it's honestly not even going to change their game plan. They are still just going to look for these kind of pickoffs that...
Surely Sixth Roche.
Sixth Roche does it, as they say.
That's what we're waiting for. The 6th Roche timing, of course, of course.
He still got this Aegis.
Yeah, they're 50 seconds. They can just go again. All of their stuff is low cooldown, right? Magnetize, Wall, none of them are really that bad compared to something like Doom or the Reaper Scythe.
Part of the reason they were able to force that fight, though, is because of the banner.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's harder to get that in this same position, especially because you don't need to fight in this position. You've already lost megas. So what is the point, right? And you can actually see LGD standing a lot further back.
Well, I bought a Gleipnir.
Nice.
Dude, he's like, I just want to see how big the Wheel of Wonder can get.
I mean, we're at the point where it kind of wraps back around, right? Roots drop off because of Dispels and BKBs, but as you get to late game and there's Wind Wakers and everything, you're like, yeah, I can force out a Wind Waker with a Gleipnir. I can maybe force multiple, so it kind of becomes good again.
Yeah. Drow, I can't remember if you pointed out, but she has the Divine Rapier. It's just currently locked in the inventory.
Always lock your rapiers when you're buying them.
I mean, LGD can never get out of their base, but this is a team that has defended their high ground for an hour straight and then won a game. We'll see if they can make it happen. Nice jump in, finds the Drow. Yuma falling very low as Illusion's just crushing him from the high ground. Yuma's trying to heal. He pops the Satanic, but Tomato's got the focus fire, and in comes Saberlight. Gets another normal punch, but can he get out?
Another Wind Waker
buying space. Doom's trying to find his Doom target, but he can't. They get out. Nobody dead, but Saberlight's going to jump in, look for more. Wind Wakers to the low ground. Abed, his Magnetize expiring, trying to keep it going, but he can't.
Both teams are really prioritizing this Drow. He will now do the late game damage. So if you can take him out, you're kind of good for the rest of the fight.
Oh,
Both teams
Saberlight
trying to save him, trying to target him.
Finds Steelacor, nullifiers out. Tomato claims the kill. 90 seconds, does have buyback. They find Drow, put him inside the cogs. They've got a wall. He needs help, but can he get out? He will for now. Wind Waker onto the Doom. A second one. He has the Doom available, looking for his opening, but just gets kicked into the middle of nowhere. Can't find the Doom target. Vacuum down to the low ground. He's dead. That's a dieback. Tai Lung now needs to escape. They've also got to get the Drow, but a huge shackle into a great hook shot. Line him up, knock him down. A Wind Waker last from Tai Lung, blinks to the high ground, trying to find some safety, but Abed is out. Saberlight chasing after him. Yuma with this second life, trying to find his target, but VP are alive on all 5.
They've used a lot of their abilities. It's not a bad time to reset. Think about that 6th Roche as we were joking, but there is no Doom and you have Mega, so you can maybe just poke with Tomato. We see they're nervous. They are nervous. They don't want to commit too hard. Because from their perspective, this should essentially be a 1 game, right? You just have to go through the motions to finish it.
Oh, Hellscream's going to go. Nullifier out. The Focus Fire is just crushing him. He's dead. Off the mark there with the Remnant. They're going to get another buyback out of him. VP forcing everything out of LGD, one step at a time. The next hero that dies could be all that they need to finish this game. They jump in, they look for the Necrophos. He's so done, they just cannot stop them. The nullifiers are too much. The wall comes down, cutting off the backline. Yuma has to retreat to the base, and the throne's exposed. No fortification left, and VP are gonna focus up and end this game. It's been a valiant attempt from LGD, but they cannot hold, and VP will take game number 1, 76 minutes.
That was a lot of patience and a really disciplined ending to the game. I'm going to say the ending, but it's actually the entire last.
Performed perfectly. We'll see what happens here in game number 2 as we jump into this one. We're going to finally see a support Earth Spirit, right? This is a hero that we don't really see too often flex into the 4 position. I would like to point out there are 4 Grandmaster heroes on the side of VP somehow.
They like their heroes.
Fly, gotta put in a few hundred more games of Ringmaster, please.
Get out of the gym, go play more Ringmaster. I can't remember seeing a pro team have the full Grandmaster lineup. I'm sure it's probably happened at this point, but
if anyone, it would be Falcons, right?
They're definitely up there. This one's close though. 4 is quite a lot. They're certainly going to be feeling comfortable going into this game. I do think Earth Spirit support. It's similar to what people probably remember in the past, but I do think the ability to save teammates is a lot better than it used to be. And it dropped off, but when it was good recently, we were seeing people like Zayats just constantly saving teammates and being very annoying. Like you just can't lock anybody down. They're getting pulled and kicked all over the place. And you can't find the Earth Spirit because he's 5 miles away because he's going to roll in and then do it from 3 miles away. Actually, he's kilometers now that we're in...
Yeah, how dare us? All right. I like the boots first on Hellscream. It kind of indicates he's planning on just dragging this lane, right? Like,
Yeah, you are not playing this
yeah,
way.
I don't think you're gonna have a fun time against Drow Clockwork, or not. I'm sorry.
He wouldn't have fun versus
Necrophos.
that either.
Yeah, that's also a rough one, but yeah, the Necro Clockwork. This is. We saw last game Necro mid absolutely feast. Like he was having a great time. Now it's gonna be the Necro in the safe lane. KJ just trying to block the Earth Spirit so he can't get the pull, and nope, he got it. All right, nicely done. I saw it in the river. I was like, I wonder if they're gonna do it again. Oh, so good.
That's the face you make when they pick Necro into your axe.
Yeah, they're like, come on, man. Let's play an honest game of Dota. Have you seen the hairline on the Drow with this Immortal?
No.
It's something.
Oh, I'm seeing it now.
Yeah, it's something.
Is this a new one?
Yeah, it's like the new treasure chest, yeah, from
Dark
Dark
Carnival?
Carnival, and combine it with the Arcana. It's very funny.
Yeah, just a lot of creep dragging down here. Not too surprising. This is the OG Necro pick condition, is the axe off lane.
Okay, gonna barely survive there. Nicely done.
People,
Oh, yeah, Salve coming too. He knew.
Yeah, I feel like people only started picking Necro into axes, but now that it's kind of proven itself to be better, people are picking Necro into more matchups. But like Axe was the first.
Yeah. Well, Axe was just everywhere, right? He was so popular. Top lane, Whisper. He gets a split on the Eidolons. They will just run him down. So much damage.
You do not usually see an Enigma get ink swelled and run in, but that is all they needed there because they had the Eidolons. I think just all that damage coming in, Malefice, Inkswell, enough to kill a hero like Drow, who doesn't really have an escape.
The like visual image of Enigma like T-posing as he like floats towards you.
Pretty scary.
Like Inkswell, you're like, wait a minute.
Axe will now start doing some of his own creep dragging.
He's
now
level
that he's got
3.
some levels.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been giving him a lot, which I think is a good call, right? Earth Spirit isn't really going to do that much with it, and you need to make sure Saberlight has a game. Oh, a lot of money on that courier, unfortunately. And if you were thinking about maybe ganking mid, you do not have the mana for it without that regen.
They're going to lose the other courier. Oh my god, both of them in the bottom lane are dead.
Your couriers, guys.
You
know how we look in the past and we're like, oh, look at the Dota players back then. They weren't good at, XYZ because the game is always being developed. 5 years from now, people are going to look back and like, why did they just not care about their couriers? I feel like it is still something that is developing, like everyone having your couriers. It's so easy to forget when so much is going on, but down the line, people are going to be on it. Necro is cooking this CS.
Yeah, it's not even close. This guy is going to be free farming. He is going to go Brown Boots Radiance. Saberlight is not struggling as much as I thought. Like, they're getting really good wave cuts, courtesy of that Earth Spirit initially. And he's level 4, and now KJ can't really do anything to stop the Axe at this point. So it will just be the two of them trading for farm. And I'm curious what their plan is now for the Clockwork, because we're seeing the Earth Spirit. He's like going back. He's stacking, trying to get stuff done that way. The Clockwork's got to start doing something efficient on the map as well.
Problem for Clockwork is he can't really gank a puck.
Yeah.
So maybe you could rotate all the way around. You could help kill the Drow. Stacking is not so easy when you're only level 2. For now, he still wants to commit to trying to slow down this Axe, but I think it's already starting to see it's becoming quite difficult for them. I think they gave the proper resources to Saberlight. I mean, he's second on the last hits, So, time to start blocking your own camps, unfortunately.
Yeah. They at least got the D-ward there. They saw it get placed, so that's going. Ooh, nice. Tame the Beast, taking down those Eidolons.
Tame the Eidolons. Sit. All right, you can get this power rune coming up here. It's pretty big for both these heroes.
Tai Lung is so low, though. I don't know if he can actually play for this. Like, Puck hits like one good Waning Rift, and then suddenly Fallout from the Earth Spirit, I think, can kill him. So he's going to have to go back to base. He might make it in time. You still got 20 seconds before the rune spawn. It'll be close.
If he TPs and gets lucky on like which side it is, I think he's got it.
Yeah, I agree.
If Clockwork isn't showing, Puck will be careful about just jumping to the bottom rune because you might be jumping straight into Clockwork. With that said, Clockwork, I think, has now walked through a ward. So Puck will probably do the trick where you send the orb.
He's just going to commit to the bottom one, right? Has no real choice. Who wins the 50-50? Tai Lung. Easy clap. It's an invis, though. Not the most important rune to bottle up here.
They're setting
at
up
the
here.
6 minute.
He's not 6.
Yeah. They really want to commit the coil, find the kill. They will drop it. He immediately pops the invis rune. They drop a sentry. They're trying to chase after them. He gets level 6 off the wave, and he's going to be just fine. Reaper Scythe, however, committed bottom. Yuma will take down Saberlight. He waited patiently to make sure, you know, once he got the Reaper Scythe, he could take down the Axe.
I feel like I got jump scared by that Reaper Scythe. When I saw the story, I'm like, where's this Scythe coming from? Well, first stack, already better than the last Necro game where they just weren't able to find much. Actually, I think he did find one.
He found one like
relatively early.
Pretty quick, yeah.
And then that was it. That was it for quite a while. Hey, these early stacks are no joke, right? The more you can spam out your spells, the faster you will farm. And the one regen is quite a lot at the beginning of the game. Now, even though Axe is obviously behind the Necro, I actually think this is pretty good for the matchup. Right? We've seen Axes struggle even more than this before, so not too bad.
They're going to go ahead and see if they can find the Enigma, but in comes KJ as well. Nice little escape act, but the damage, dude, these Eidolons are crushing them, and now a great Cogs is going to force Fly to pop the stick as well as a Fairy Fire to try and survive this one.
Yeah, he's got the drums on
Yeah.
Whisper already, and they already had, I believe they had 6 Eidolons when that play started, so just delivering yourself to Eidolons to attack.
Oh, he's level 6.
He's going.
He's going to go for it. Question is, does he need to commit the black hole? He finds the puck with it as well. The Cogs just continuing to do more damage, and now Abed, I think he has to leave. I don't think he can stick around here, and now Fly going to be the next one to die. They're just getting walked down by this Enigma.
You can't underestimate Eidolons. When these things split in the early game, they're so strong.
Especially
and
with the
they're
drums, yeah.
They're going to fortify to try to go for this tower because the catapult is here. They have the drums. Yeah, he's even at, you know, they just split again. This tower's dead. Another early tower.
They're going to drop the coil here onto both supports. It might net both kills. It does indeed. Hellscream needs to be careful. So does Whisper. Puck going to be able to chase here for quite a while. Trying to juke it out through the trees, but not really going to happen. Turns around. Tries to snipe the Earth Spirit. Will not happen. Great stay there from Abed. They salvage a pretty bad situation, right? Like this whole thing happening top is pretty rough, but they do at least turn around and get a lot of net worth here for the puck.
There's a lot of space for Yuma, though.
Yeah.
He has his Sacred Relic on the way. That'll be a very fast Radiance.
Yeah. I'm trying to
And
think of myself like...
you still took the top tower on the original move. Even though they couldn't retreat fast enough, you did what you wanted to do.
Mission accomplished.
That's right. Oh, he's got the blink queued up as well.
I mean, who stops?
Yeah,
know?
it's really
not
hard.
Easy. You have like Earth Spirit, Grip, and then Puck. So if you're getting either of them, you're in a rough spot.
Yeah, and if you just get BKB, it just cannot be stopped. I suppose there's a world where, yeah, if he gets like a wide enough Axe call and you're like channeling forward, but if Axe is scouted out or you have the ultimate more centered on yourself, it's really hard.
Ooh, 10-minute power rune. KJ just yoinks it on the clockwork. He's going to pay for this one. It was a shield rune, so it does make them work for it a little bit, but Saberlight will grab the Culling Blade, his first stack. That Radiance is coming out at like 11 minutes, man.
That is so fast. He only has 1 kill, right?
Yeah.
So this isn't even boosted from dumpstering the lane. This is just straight up farm efficiency and being left alone. And also some tower gold from his teammates.
Yeah. I think the fastest Radiance I have seen is 11 minutes, and I'm pretty sure it was Yuma. I'm almost positive it was him on Necrophos who got like an 11-minute Radiance, and then he finished the game with like 900 GPM at like 25 minutes or something. It was ridiculous.
I don't remember who it was, but you and I did see a game with that, with like an 11-minute Radiance. But he had like a bunch of kills in that game.
Yeah.
So this is just pure farming speed.
It's 104 CS with a kill. Yeah, he's having a great time.
Now, once he has this Radiance, I want to see them make use of it and go get him another kill, right? Like, let's keep these stacks going. It's how Necrophos gets really scary.
Stacking for himself as the Radiance gets delivered. 11 minutes and 3 seconds. That is probably going to be the record for the tournament for quite some time. I mean, Drow's also doing quite well. Like, Drow, second on net worth, despite having a pretty rough start to the game. Right? They managed to take the tower really early. Tomato, level 8, almost level 9. It's really just Yuma that's pulling away.
The thing is, the other cores, especially the Storm, right? He doesn't have to be a huge damage dealer.
Yeah.
That's what the Necrophos and the Eidolons are going to do, at least in the early game. So I think as long as you make use of it, right? That's why I'm saying as this Radiance is done, you have the ult, like, you want to find a fight because it'll not only help bring the gold back to your Storm, but you got to make use of your high net worth.
Oh, man, they just
Speaking
perfectly combo there. The hook shot into the silence, the vortex, the cog pushback. I mean, everything dropped on Abed there. That was sick. That was such a sick layering of spells.
Very nicely done. And that's a second stack for the Necro, some galvanized stacks for, or I guess the one for Storm, and another tower, because they just don't really have the heroes to defend this. If they send a support too far up, Storm will just zip in and kill them. Can't get Whisper either, so now it's his turn to farm up top.
Yeah, he's just constantly pushing in this lane. The thing is like with the wave pushing in, it's going to give Drow like plenty of space to also farm the wave, but Whisper really just needs his items, right? He's looking for that BKB. He's looking for the Blink Dagger. Who knows after that what he wants to do? Like, he'll have plenty of options, but they're looking for Abed once again. Hookshot comes in, push back. The Escape Act is there this time, so he'll be fine with the silence on the mark. Hellscream rolling through, looking for that Magnetize. Will finally be able to catch the Illicore, and they get the kill. Both supports dead for this extension. They're so deep, man. This is like the enemy tier 2 tower. You don't have your Necro.
It's also the power of Escape Act.
Yeah.
Because he was controlled. The power cogs are hitting, and Storm is just waiting. He's like, please get out of the box. Let me kill you. It's just taking too long. The rest of the team is able to show up and actually turn that into VP's favor. They have Black Hole. I'd like to see them use it.
His Blink too, right? Like, they don't know he has the Blink Dagger. He's hiding in the trees up here waiting.
He might walk through a ward, though.
Yeah.
Hellscream going for the Wisdom Shrine steal. I think he's actually going to get away with this. Oh, he's scared. Commit. Be brave.
Yeah, he scans the high ground up there like, oh, I wonder if they know. He was actually waiting for the Watcher to disappear. So they will get the double Wisdom Rune.
Couldn't he roll through the high ground to, like, drop off down below?
Hookshot on the Tomato. Inkswell is there. In comes Tai Lung. The Drow Ranger not really able to sit through this one. The question is, can you get out now? Because you are in deep enemy territory. The Puck as well as Hellscream will find themselves a kill. Tai Lung starting to run low on mana. Needs to be careful. Escape Act bailing Hellscream out now that Yuma has joined the fight. 1 for 1. Definitely worth it. And I think they can get the tier 2 here thanks to the Enigma.
Yeah, Enigma Eidolons just bring so much early damage. And Yuma helps just heal up all the creeps too with his constant spamming. VP obviously does not want to lose a tier 2 this quickly, so they're going to bring heroes, but that was about 2/3 of the tower down, 15 minutes in.
Oh, they're looking for Saberlight in the bottom lane. Tai Lung's going to go in. There's the Reaper Scythe. He got him. Third stack now for Yuma.
See, this game is so different in what LGD is actually able to do. Some of the plays are kind of deep, right? But they can do it because they have the Storm, the Grimstroke, and the Clockwork. And then they can make a fast TP bottom because Storm can just zip in to catch heroes. I feel like the last game was just a little too greedy. This time it feels a lot better balanced. And so far it's working for them. 2K gold lead is quite nice. Can't count out the Drow, though, right? She's still farming up, but she's reaching the point where she's going to be pretty scary. The Ags is going to be very good versus Necrophos. She can outrange Black Hole if she's not caught, so she can even kill him, potentially. That's another way to end Black Hole.
Just kill him, Forehead.
It's that easy. It's easy if you have a farmed Drow. But she's got a little bit more farming to do to get to that point.
Okay, Illusion Rune spawning bottom. Saberlight takes it as Storm Spirit comes zipping by.
I don't feel like the mid laners have gotten very many runes this game.
We had like the Invis, right, at 6, and then what after that? I don't know. Maybe a Haste Rune. That was about it.
I vaguely recall a Haste Rune. I don't think Whisper ever actually used that Black Hole.
Oh. Okay. Very nice kill here from the supports. Managed to take down Thelacore.
VP getting their own blinks. First on the Axe, Puck pretty close as well. This will make it easier to start the fights, because you do have to be careful, right? You can't just jump one target and then get Blink Black Hole, get wiped. But the more heroes I can initiate and start plays, the easier it becomes. One person can just wait for the Enigma, for example, whose ultimate can still be canceled relatively easily, because he doesn't have the BKB yet. Oh, this Necro's getting scary, though. Has his shard. It's got the heart queued up. And they don't have a way to deal with Ghost Shroud yet.
How do you feel about the heart versus like the BKB early on?
I think it depends on how they can deal with Ghost Shroud. Because as long as you can activate that, you get so much healing from the heart.
Yeah, true.
It's kind of a second... It's a save, essentially, right? If you can use it, which there are some silences, so that's kind of the scary thing. But you're just hoping that the heart is enough health that you live long enough to then Ghost Shroud and heal up. Or your support save you. Oh, actually one for the mid laners this time.
All right, that's a nice rune. Oh, just barely dodging the smoke gank. All three heroes here from VP looking for the target.
That might have been to their favor. I actually think it's pretty hard for that mix of heroes to kill him.
I think Magnetize does it, is the thing, right? Like Magnetize, like if they get a Blink Call into like a Wheel of Wonder, I think they can do it.
That's true, if you throw enough things.
Just throw everything.
Wheel of Wonder does do a good chunk of early damage, actually. I always forget about that. I like seeing these lines drawn. Yuma, he knows. They're taking control of the jungle, guys. Don't go there. Come play top. Let's finish up this top tower, which is still a pretty early tower, even though they held it off earlier. Right, Enigma was able to just finish it off at some point. He got the shard early, so he has so many Eidolons to work with. It's pretty ridiculous.
Dude, the shard is so good, especially if you're ahead, like you said, like having all those extra Eidolons, you farm incredibly fast. You apply a ton of pressure. The one thing in this build I'm most curious about is like the urn. Like we haven't really seen him do anything with it. It's just a little bit of extra regen. You know, a little bit of stats. Like maybe he's just like, yeah, well, maybe I'll use it eventually.
I'd actually be down to see him build like an Essence Distiller later, because keeping track of one where axes or where these supports who are going to save their teammates, if you can just know where they are, I think it's pretty useful. Or say Puck, right? Like Puck jumps in, you put it on him, Puck tries to get out, disappear, but you actually know where to go because you have the Essence Distiller.
Yeah, I do like that. KJ's got his Yules, inevitably to be a Wind Waker, of course, if last game is anything to tell us.
It definitely will. If this game goes late, you'll see a lot of Wind Wakers because it's good for both teams. One of the ways you can save versus Black Hole, and then it's good versus the Necro ult still. On the other side, you got Axe, Drow, you got the Puck Coil. Wind Waker's just too good.
It's a cool item. I like it a lot.
KJ's bored.
He's like, come on, guys. Can we do something?
He is smoke breaking, but he's got nothing else to do right now but taunt. He wants to go, and Yuma's like, no, 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 my heart, my heart. It's like, fine.
Like, he knows someone's trying to make a play for him, right? So he's always putting himself in the front there, and he now finds them, jump in from the Axe, catches a Cog, so Saberlight cannot get the call.
Like that right there, you know, KJ just ruined 3 people's time, and it just continues to build space for Necro. It's not as exciting when you're just sitting behind a tree, but that is his goal right there, is to do what he just did.
Dude, is the heart done? It is. Okay.
So how much health is he at? 2,400, right? So even if you hit him with the silence, can you actually do that much damage in, you know, say you have like 2 seconds of silence, 3 seconds of silence? It's pretty tough. They will get the Tormentor, which is very nice on Hellscream. I think that's
I'm
a
a
good
little
one.
bit surprised they didn't want to contest it, but they didn't really have a good wave positioning on the bottom half of the map, and VP's been doing a good job at kind of getting to the point to where that lane would be pushed fully.
Yeah, after VP took bottom, they've kind of held control of bottom until recently. They like just backed out.
Oh, Saberlight gets the blink call. Puck's going to come through. Nice hook shot, but the damage from the Puck as well as Hellscream quickly cleans up 2 heroes.
That was so much.
Yeah, I don't even know what killed the Enigma. I mean,
It was just everything, I think.
Yeah, the call. You also have just like
Witchblade, Magnetize, just everything getting dumped all at once. Now they could potentially do Roche. If you get the right kills, you can force it on VP, but it'll be a little slow right now. And you actually don't really even need to take the risk that much because LGD just can't do Roche. It is so slow. I guess if you have enough Eidolons, it's possible.
Yeah, but they don't split on Roshan, right? Maybe they do. I don't remember.
I'm not 100% sure on that one.
It's been a while since I've played some Enigma offlane. But closing it on BKB, he's almost there.
They're going to try. I mean, Yuma can do it because he has a heart. It's just slow.
I think they're realizing that now as he's like, don't bother with that one. Abed gets the blink away. Can't keep the silence on him.
That's a lot of their mana used. Do you go back to Roche at this point? You know they left, so your slow Roche, you've got the time for it. But truly, it is slow. All right, here he goes. They want it. All right, get some Eidolons.
Yeah, they do scan it, so they know that this is coming. There it is. Eidolon spawning. I mean, if Puck finds the opening, gets like a blink coil on like 2 heroes, it'd be huge. They have a gem already. That's kind of cool.
They know where the Observer is, but they can't do it easily. As long as Enigma stays in the back, how do you actually contest this from the angle that they're at? So I really like the way Whisper moved once they realized where they were. This will secure the very slow Roche, but secure it. It will be. If VP's just going to give up. They're just going to move into the other half of the map.
Yeah.
And there is an Observer down there, so LGD realizes it. Okay, everyone just get in here. Speed this up by a little bit. I should have kept the timer of when they started.
Well, Aegis for the Necrophos. If it wasn't hard to kill him the first time, he's now got that second life. Similar to last game, man. Almost no gold difference here between the two teams. 8 to 11. A little bit of a slower kill score. But Tomato, just like last game, having a pretty dang good time on his carry. This time on Drow Ranger. But he is still very scary in this game. There's going to be the call into the Wheel of Wonder. A dunk for Saberlight. He'll grab himself another kill.
It's kind of interesting on who scales better, because on one hand you have a typical carry like Drow, who the hypothermia is going to be pretty good here. But on the other hand, you have the Enigma, the classic late game winner. So which team actually wants to drag this out? I know we're only at 25 minutes, so it's a bit far off to go. But LGD tends to play some pretty late games.
Tai Lung amplify damage, wants to chase, but Abed is out. I don't know if they're going to be able to find anything with this quite yet. They're going to come back bottom here on Yuma. Look to try and push out this bottom.
He's pretty close to BKB.
Yeah. Hellscream.
BKB level 20.
As well as Drow. I mean, maybe they look for an opening here with like Gust, but it's so scary.
Maybe KJ instead, but now even the Clockwork freaks them out.
Oh, top lane instead. It's going to be the Axe. Saberlight gets caught. Almost gets the kill on Tai Lung, but BKB helps keep him alive.
And for VP, I mean, you wait out this Aegis. You know it's already hard to kill the Necro, and you can't really answer the Black Hole either. So this is just the split up and farm game for them for now. If you can get pickoffs, great. Aether Lens for Ringmaster so he can save from further away. Is going to help deal with some of the things we just talked about. I'm not sure who can get a Nullifier here. Axe, maybe, if we get late enough. Like, maybe after BKB you could consider it. I don't know if he has the mana. Is he smart enough to do it at that point?
Oh, God, that's a good point. I don't know.
The Drow doesn't really get it. You might be able to get a Hex before you can get a Nullifier on somebody.
Well, Yuma, pretty much uncontested in the bottom lane, will take the tier 2. They're going to TP top, though, and try and put a stop to this. KJ grabs Fly. Escape Act by him a moment of time, but a good kill as Yuma will join him.
He must have just been in the edge of that rocket flare, because that was... I thought that was more towards the lane. But just enough vision for a quick kill. Oops. It is just a support, though. And a lot of moves, but the major kills have been avoided for a lot of them.
I like the aggressive positioning that they're still going for, right? Like they have the Enigma, everything available. Like Grimstroke Clockwork is such a strong combo that they can find any kill. Tai Lung, absolutely beast mode right now on the Storm Spirit, and then you've got Yuma protected by the Aegis for another minute. He's queuing up the Shiva's Guard, which I like a lot, right? Against the Drow, you're going to need some armor. And after that's actually the Aghanim Scepter. Not something we see all that often for Necrophos, but can definitely work in this game.
Nice that he's already got the heart. See if he actually commits to that.
Yeah.
He's got time to decide.
Whisper just mowed down the remainder of the bottom tower, brings the Eidolons mid, pops the drums.
This is almost a mirror of the last game, which now it's LGD that is very difficult to approach, so they're going to control this triangle and just poke away at buildings.
They're like, man, that looked pretty good. How about we do that now?
And support Earth Spirit is going to have a harder time doing what Abed did in the last game.
Yeah, of course.
You can still try, but it's not as easy. And I believe Whisper's working on his refresher, so they're reaching that late game Enigma where you just bait Yuma And if you even try to kill the Necro, you know the black hole's coming. You have to like wrap around. But then Yuma's just doing what he wants, which at least he is a Necrophos. So it's not like he's destroying buildings that quickly, but he is working them down.
They know the axe around here somewhere thanks to the courier. They're going to Inkswell Yuma, see what they find instead. It's going to be Fly. Looking to get in range on the Necrophos, but no. Okay, it's just going to be Tai Lung grabbing the kill as KJ hunts elsewhere. He gets vision, looking for the hook shot. Yules stuck in the trees, forces the BKB. The call, though, into TP, the hook shot. It comes out at the last second. Good attempt from Saberlight, but no way out of this one. KJ will fly himself to safety, and Yule will grab himself another Reaper Scythe stack.
Nice find from KJ.
Good heads-up play to, again, waiting on that hook shot, knowing that the BKB will come out. Hellscream. Ooh, Orchid comes out, but does not manage to block the roll. And now Tai Lung, he's just going to BKB, try to find the kill. Cannot do so. As Tomatoes Drow doing quite a bit of damage.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, it's actually just Octarine. I thought he was going Refresher. Okay, Octarine
I like the
to make
Octarine.
sure. Yeah, you kind of have to make sure you have enough mana to even use the Refresher. And it'll still give you lower cooldowns on everything to, for example, farm faster to get that Refresher.
Yeah, Malefice is actually a sick spell to have the Octarine for. Let's see who gets the shard here from the Tormentor. It's going to be close.
Tough
They're
without
actually,
a normal carry.
Yeah, you kind of need the Enigma and the Eidolons for this. KJ's just dead. He willingly sacrificed. Now, Thelacore walks back in after popping a big Lotus. And it will go to Tai Lung.
Honestly, they could use some extra damage in that front. The spell combos are great, but just in terms of when you're right-clicking, it's not the best. So a little bit more damage with the help of that shard. VP needs a well-organized fight to allow the Drow to just stand and attack. But it's been tough so far. They've mostly been avoiding, dragging out the game. But it's going to be forced as this next Roche is getting close. You can't afford to give this up. Because really the main hero that'll kill Banner is the Drow. Puck can also try, but if either of those heroes walk up, you're at risk of getting caught by, well, really a whole bunch of different things.
Well, we're about to see when the next Roche is going to respawn, and this is one of those... You know, previously, I think VP actually had a decent ability to try and contest Roshan, but now that the BKB is out on the Enigma, it's quite a bit more... I mean, once they have multiple BKBs, it's a lot more difficult for them to actually take the engagements.
Yeah, they're going to have to find the Enigma first. I don't think you can take a fight when you don't know where he is.
Yeah.
It's too dangerous. I mean, you can risk it, but that might be one mistake that ends the game for you. So I think you got to find him somehow.
I mean, another minute 30 till the Roche is going to respawn, but... Tomato's got himself the Silver Edge. I like this. Working towards his BKB. Almost there. Ooh, scan does come out, but he's protected by that Silver Edge. They haven't found him quite yet. Hookshot off the mark from KJ. They're going to get the blink called. Saberlight trying to drag in the Clockwork. They will go ahead and get the Yules to buy him a little bit of space. Tai Lung's actually committed all of his mana on the backside of this fight. Double Reaper Scythe, but the BKB will protect the Axe. They will go ahead, get the magnetized Black Hole. It's only found Fly. Whisper is going to die during this. It's a disaster here for LGD, and Yuma is the only one alive on the tail end of his BKB. Gets the TP out, though, in the middle of the call animation.
He had his ears covered, just doesn't care. All right, we kind of see Yuma is powerful, but the rest can still be dealt with. And a lot of that, the positioning was just so good for VP because that was their own triangle. They catch the Clockwork. So we're going to see it's LGD running into this fight. Drow managed to stay really far back. Tai Lung used all his mana. He couldn't actually finish the kill, especially as Escape Back comes out. So just doesn't really get to do much here. And you see Drow's positioning right there. A very fast Hurricane Pike. to make sure he's out of range. But
also Glacier, right? Glacier creates like a little bit of distance between him and the targets. Like he can go up and down it, but the enemies can't. So very nice stuff there. Abed drops the coil, gets found, but able to just disengage thanks to his Aeon Disc. I mean, now we're back to a dead even game. 13-16. Roshan is up. Hook shot off the mark. LGD hungry for some kills here.
if VP is going to win, they need fights like what we just saw. That one was a bit on the defensive. I'd say it's actually LGD making a slight mistake, overcommitting into that position. But actually forcing LGD to make that kind of mistake is not as easy. Especially as a second black hole becomes available, because if he misses the first one, he can just stop it, start again, make sure he catches Tomato.
You know, at that point, you just have to hope that, you don't miss both. That's the ultimate despair, right? Your Enigma offlane has spent the whole game farming. He's like, guys, I got the refresher. I'm so ready. Blink, miss black hole, refresher, blink, miss black hole.
Second time. Dude, that is ultimate disaster if that happens. Whisper won't let that happen. Come on, it's Whisper.
That's not something Whisper would do. I agree.
Whisper would miss a black hole like that twice.
Unless it's for the memes.
I don't even know if he's that much. Saberlight would meme it. I don't think Whisper. He doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, some patience from Depano as he sees the rocket flare come in, but they should try to steal this away. It is far easier for VP to do Roche because they have the Drow.
Yeah.
And there won't even be a roar because LGD got the last one.
Okay, 2 Conjur's Catalysts for the side of LGD. This
that's
item
pretty good.
Is nuts. And you get it on both the Storm Spirit and the Necrophos. These do a ton of damage. I just heard a Lincoln's pop somewhere, but they've managed to find Clockwork. No way to go.
Tell me that Bauble is cooldown on Enigma.
I mean, probably, right?
Time to lock in for 90-minute games.
Yuma's just going to walk in, try and put some pressure here on the Saberlight, but Tomato, he's got the Roche down to about a third. Coil's going to come through. They're trying to grab Fly, but there's going to be the call from Saberlight. Can they actually close the gap? The Reaper Scythe again comes through, but it's not enough. The BKBs are out. You're going to be able to take down the Ringmaster, but can you get more? Saberlight trying his best to get away, and he will burn. Necrophos now topped off and healthy. They take down Whisper, but here comes the Ringmaster once again. Finds the target. Black Hole, the escape act. The perfect timing from Fly. Bails out Tomato. Can they get more? Abed chasing after the Storm Spirit. The Battle Hunger is there. And Hellscream lining them up, but Yuma is still alive. Like you said, he's got everything, but can he finish the Drow? He cannot. It's a disaster. LGD die-backing on 2 heroes trying to get into this fight and kill Tomato, but they cannot do it. VP keep everybody alive. The double buybacks from Fly and Saberlight paying dividends.
We have hyped up this black hole being a huge part of the fight, and it would be if he could actually enter any of these fights. The one we saw earlier, they tried to force the high ground response. He was just too slow. This time, Abed is in the back looking for Enigma, just preventing him from getting in. He uses BKB, but he still can't get here. So look how many heroes are clumped. It would be perfect. You would wipe the fight, but he just cannot go from the high ground to the low ground. By the time he does, right, we're going to see him enter the fight after this buyback. He black holes here, but he used the BKB earlier, so it just gets canceled pretty quickly.
Dude, this escape act was so good, dude. It not only dodges the black hole, but it dodges Tai Lung's initiation, and he committed everything to get in here. And like you said, Yuma is the only real strong hero in these fights. They need to be able to lock them down so he can burn them, get the Reaper Scythe kills, but it's just not working. VP's just legitimately out team fighting them. They're playing so clean.
They've done a really good job of preventing Whisper from getting what he needs. In fact, all the spell combos. We kind of talked about Soulbind and the potential combos. I just haven't really felt like we've seen it from them.
Dude, Tomato has played such a clean series. He is now level 25 at 40 minutes here on the Drow.
Now, will we see what we saw last time? They just held this triangle and just very carefully poked
I think
with the drow.
it's easier to push high ground with the drow because you have Glacier. Like, Glacier is actually really, really effective at pushing the high ground. And he actually has gone the multi-shot. So yeah, look at the attack range here.
It's pretty absurd.
So with this, he can pretty safely go for that high ground and kind of rinse, repeat, right?
That was half of it in one creep wave.
Yeah, last game you're like relying on, you know, the Earth Spirit or, you know, the Darkseer to find your opening. Now it's LGD has to be the ones that make the play.
How much do they have? 2 minutes and 50 seconds, so no need to force it. They should have the banner somewhere. So actually, if you want to force it a little with these catapults...
They should with the catapults, right? It's double catapult wave. You should at least put the banner safely behind Tomato and Glacier, and then that tower's dead. And they do have the catapult wave coming in the top lane. They're going to smoke up. They want to play around it. We'll see what they do. On the side, Hell Screams find KJ, and with this, a Yule's for a moment, but absolutely no way out of this one. And like we said, the catapult's protected, and Tomato trying to continue to wear down the tier 3. They're going to go ahead and pop their fortification. They're cutting the waves, right? Whisper is top on the Enigma, and they've got Tai Lung bottom. So both, actually, bottom line's going into the tier 3. So they're getting some pressure elsewhere, but the important thing is the catapults are still alive. They've still got the Aegis, and they're going to take the full lane of Rax here in the top line. This is exactly what VP needs to accomplish with this Aegis. They still have 1 minute and 45 seconds left on this.
Oh, Wind Waker courier kill. That's actually pretty big. But I don't think big enough, seeing as they've already won the fight without it. So yeah, they don't really need it in this one either. Tomato just going to keep going at this.
Yeah, he can't.
Catapults are still alive top.
The Aegis is going to protect him from like just getting solo black hold, right? You still have the Ringmaster at the ready. Here comes the Glacier once again, getting to work on this melee Rax. They're just watching on LGD. They don't have any options here. How do you gank the Drow? Oh, they just can't.
They have to start with hook shot.
It has to be hook shot, right?
Bump her back. Soulbind needs to come out as someone jumps in to save, and then you kind of wombo combo. But she will respawn because she has the Aegis. So because you know she'll respawn, then you won't even react to the hook shot. And then if you don't react to the hook shot, you don't get the black hole. So like VP kind of wins by almost doing nothing as long as they have this Aegis.
Yeah. And the thing is like, you can't black hole the first life.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can, but...
that is an option, technically. But
okay, they have lost so much money on these couriers.
Which one was this?
The full Octarine core was on Saberlight's courier.
All right.
There's a Wind Waker recipe. And
the entire gold lead is on couriers right now.
That's true. That's a way to put it. Okay,
Fly.
Start with Fly. Take out the escape act.
This is a big kill if they can get him. Yule's buying him a little bit of time. They've also found the puck on the side. Soulbind will hold him in place, but Yuma with the Reaper Scythe isn't going to be enough. Fly barely lives. You will die to last death bolt, but there's the black hole. It's caught two. They're going to try and take down the puck. The Vortex is there. Can they do it? LGD, an incredible hold, taking down 3. Whisper's got to run, though. The damage from this Magnetize is doing some work. Tai Lung will use the last little bit of his life to help bring down this Earth Spirit. And now it's Tomato versus the world. Can he do it? It's going to be close. They're going to buy back now on the clockwork. He's still very tanky. There's going to be the Malefice. He pops the Satanic, tries to get Whisper. He gets the big crit. He gets the kill. Now Yuma tries to stand his ground. In comes clockwork. But the damage Tomato is so scary. Trying to finish the job, but a nice Glimmer Cape timing, and finally the Drow's gonna die. It's been a long time coming. What a hold from LGD. They make it happen. They split them up perfectly.
I was a little worried their split up would actually split their damage up too much, but it was literally just enough, some of it being the double Soulbind value, helping their spells essentially apply twice, right? Allowing them to finish this off. Yuma just zoning off the save. The escape act had to be used. on himself very early, and then he just had to run because Yuma was just bolting at him, and what's he going to do about that? But that means the rest of the team can be Black Hole, it can be Vortex, right? It's this one right here where Fly's now going to run over to the right, and the rest of LGD turns their attention to these Soulbind targets, try to take out this Puck and the Axe. And here's where I was worried, like, oh, maybe it's not quite enough damage. It was pretty close, where if the Necro was here, it would have been cleaner, but just enough to finish the job and get out.
Yeah, I mean, this is what they've been looking for all game, that Soulbind into the 2-hero Black Hole. And I mean, Tylon going Ags is also a really big deal, right? Like, that only works because he has the Aghanim Scepter as well. And we're seeing, right, Yuma in this fight, he's not 5v1. It's Tomato that's 5v1.
He still gets a lot of kills.
Yeah, you know, he kills 2 more heroes here, but eventually it goes the way of LGD. An incredible fight from them. They're still behind, right? Like, they've still got an uphill battle, but this is the way to start it.
I meant to look, and then I missed it a second time, of where Tomato was at the start of that fight, because he only joined towards the end, right? If he was there at the very beginning, I think that would have looked very different. I think he was further to the right in, like, near the mid lane and just had to spend the time running over. So maybe a bit of an overextension from VP. Got to make sure Drow is in range to do the damage. Also, I don't know if they actually got their items from the time the couriers were still dead. That might have also helped LGD win that fight.
I mean, they definitely didn't have the Octarine or the Wind Waker, right? So, or I mean, maybe not, but still an 8,000 gold lead here for VP, looking for some kills. Look at the nice little D ward on the cliff here. I mean, we've seen how much damage Tomato is outputting. If he gets even a few seconds to just stand on the glacier and attack, like, he'll kill any hero that walks near him.
They see Whisper. Can you get to him? They're coming through the Twin Gate.
They are. Our Spirit's rolling. They want to find him. He blinks to the north. They don't see him. He's just on the other side of the tree. He's out,
Oh my
man.
god.
Fly even on the unicycle's like, come on, where is he?
Now, I have to imagine he is aware that that is a very common warding spot and specifically chose that angle where it is not scouted with the Observer.
Yeah. I love the counter smoke immediately. LGD's like, all right, we know that the gank was coming. We have to go find something. See if they can find Tylung up on the high ground. They just don't, the KJ's going to see him. To jump in. Double Vortex actually finds the Ringmaster. It's perfect, but can they get the axe as well? Big Reaper's Scythe. 2 dead for VP and no buyback for Saberlight. Hook shot through, looking for the puck. Do they have the chain stun? No, Abed will be able to dodge this one out. Blinks away from the black hole.
Which is ridiculous, I gotta say. Why can Puck do that for certain abilities? I've just thrown it out there. There's no bias in the the players of the teams. Why can Puck do that?
He's in the Nether Realm, man.
He's in the Nether Realm, I suppose so. Great catch from Tylung there. You need to find Fly. He has done so many saves with Escape Act. And this time you also catch the counter initiation on the Axe. It was the perfect duo to find. Drow was not there once again to be doing damage. They weren't really expecting to fight. It would have looked a little different. Perhaps they should have been more grouped up because actually here's Roche. So that loss will now also cost you quite a lot. The refresher, I think Whisper actually already has his, so maybe you give it to Necrophos. Double Scythe.
I'm trying to think if there's anyone else. It might
Double
just be
Vortex.
I was saying it might just be
good.
Tylung for the Double Vortex. Like, that's so much stun. Grimstroke also has the Scythe, so it could be either or, but I think double AoE Vortex is pretty sick. So they'll give the Aegis on over to the Storm Spirit.
Yeah, Yuma has shown it's not really easy to kill him, so if he's dying, the rest of the team has already been killed, so
Yeah.
no real need for him to have the Aegis.
I mean, we were joking earlier, it's like, does he just go Blink Hex this game on the Grimstroke? And he absolutely went Blink Hex, and now he's going to go back for the Aghanim Scepter.
I mean, you don't really need to buy buff items for a carry Necro, right?
No, not at
so
all.
you don't even need to think about it. You're just here to help provide control and combo with the Soulbind. So I like it.
That is a value ward. That's such a cheeky spot, right? You can't see it unless you cut the trees or if you have a gem. Often does not get dewarded.
Who's holding the gem? Didn't they have one? They should check it.
I think Earth Spirit had one.
They'll know it.
Jump in Tai Lung. Actually misses one, but he does find the axe. Pulled up onto the high ground. Reaper Scythe where? Puck?
In the back on Puck for some control. Doesn't kill him.
No, he's fine. Tai Lung goes in. Forced to BKB. Whisper does not get the black hole angle, and he's committed. Wind Waker to get away. The fight is all over the place, but who's going to find the right target? Hellscream with a massive magnetize. He's just solo killing the Enigma. He's done it. Puck goes through as well. The Soulbind's going to expire, but then at the last second, the double Vortex grabs 3, pulls them all in. VP got nowhere to go.
Double Vortex is so good.
Oh,
the whole
Vortex.
time you're thinking about Enigma ult, but Vortex is the cheaper version. Easier to throw out, cleans it. They don't even need Black Hole. It's all about the threat of it. Look, barely any damage dealt, but he did his part. He mind-gamed VP.
And now you still have it, right? Now your Black Hole is still an option. You don't have your BKB, so it's still easy to cancel, or it's easier to cancel, rather, but they've got the banner. Yuma likely to drop it here, yeah, as they go for the high ground.
Once again with the Catapults. Yeah. Perfectly timed. Now you could buy back, but actually the high ground is not that fast.
Yeah, it's pretty slow.
It's just how Necro goes. You do have the creeps and the catapults. They can get bottom for sure, but I think even without buying back, it's not easy to get 2 barracks here. So I think you'll try to hold these buybacks, unless they like way overextend and you want to try to like wipe them.
Now you just need the Grimstroke Ag so you can get the Drow Illusion and actually push buildings.
He is working on it. I mean, it's really good. If you can actually just Blink Hex Illusion copy the Drow. Like, why play Grimstroke when you can be Drow?
Yeah, right? Well, with this, Tier 3 tower crumbling. Still long, cool death timers here for the side of VP. They just have to kind of wait this one out. Tai Lung putting some damage into the mid lane now. Trying to get both of these melee barracks out at the exact same time, right? They slow down that second fortification.
Yeah, this push was actually faster than I thought. So it does look like they'll be able to get 2 barracks, but not the full megas, which you're still going to be happy with.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't quite finish the back right here. They still have the catapults thanks to the banner, so they're just going to let these maybe finish it off.
Send this freak illusion of Ringmaster to
All right, they got him. All right, so they kind of even up the game, right? Same exact, racks configuration, like one lane and a melee still standing, but they're looking very good now in LG. They've pulled back from quite the deficit.
This Conjurer's Catalyst is just doing so much damage.
Yeah, this item's insane. Like, I don't know how you fix and balance this item. It is, in my opinion, far too strong.
There's probably, if you limit it, like the amount of times it can proc and spread.
Yeah. Well, that is another Reaper Scythe for Yuma.
Because when these heroes are getting Vortex together, and then Storm and Necro are repeatedly proccing the Catalyst on, like in that last fight, 3 heroes, it just melts them.
It's like 1,000 damage. Yeah, it ends
so
up doing so much extra damage.
All right, now VP is not out of this because despite everything that has happened, you see it's actually still only a 6k gold lead, and Drow is one of the best building takers in the game. So LGD, one slip up, you get wiped on the enemy high ground, you'll have enough time to run it all the way down. And don't forget, they already got some barracks themselves, so they could be the ones to still get megas first.
Uh-oh, Saberlight, careful. Tai Lung commits the Shivas, his entire mana pool to try and chase, but nice save there from the Earth Spirit. We'll get them out, and he's going to be forced to go all the way back to base.
He's pretty close to a Hex. Now, he's going to want to save buyback, of course, but his own Hex to initiate bait reactions, then you can have the Grimstroke come in with the Soulbind and his own Hex, or switch it, right? Have the Grimstroke go first, then you follow up with your own Hex. It's going to be a lot of control for him to just start picking off either Ringmaster, Puck, or Drow, I suppose. Actually, I don't know. I think Earth Spirit starts to have to be a priority again because he's getting a lot of items. He's going to be able to start saving people quite a lot.
I mean, we saw how much damage we did in the last fight. The Magnetize is such a nuts ability, especially with the Catalyst, right? I mean, we're talking about it being really good on Storm and Necro, but it's bonkers on this hero as well. And he doesn't even have that level 25 yet. We have a level 30 Necrophos. We have almost a level 30 Drow.
Still struggling to do the Tormentor without Enigma, though.
A little bit of extra gold for the team.
415 is a lot.
Yeah.
Money. Now, this series did not disappoint. Two teams familiar with each other. Both games pretty close. Going to the hour marks. Who even knows where we're going to go here?
We're only halfway through the game, actually.
It really could be.
This is part 1 of part 2. Yeah. Part 2.1. Oh, nice flare, scouting out this potential jump here. They just goes in, he gets the Vortex onto 2. Now he does have the Aeon Disc. It's going to proc, buy him some time, but he actually going to spread the leash on over. Can they chase? They're a little bit afraid to go onto the high ground.
He almost got a triple Vortex there. If he did, I think that would have been pulled close enough for the black hole.
Yeah, I agree. It's like last game all over again, but it's just reversed, right? Like the initiation was like Earth Spirit going in, like fishing. Now it's the Storm Spirit going in, fishing for anything. Oh, that's a regen. That's quite nice.
Yeah, the downside for LGD is that for Storm, it takes a lot of mana to do these kind of initiations, which is why if he had enough mana, I think they could have actually pushed further on that last attempt and won that fight, but he just doesn't have the mana to do it.
That's a big Inkswell radius. They're going to jump in. They find the puck. He does not have the Aeon Disc to keep him alive, but did get the silence thanks to Hellscream. Well, turn it around. Trying to find something here. Okay, able to dodge the Tame the Beast. Very important there, else he's going to get caught from that Fear Tomato. Forced to BKB as Tylung goes in. He'll happily trade his BKB for theirs. They're going to smoke up immediately on VP. They want to take the fight outside their base.
It's certainly unexpected. I mean, you just saw them use a lot of abilities.
Hook shot.
Okay, maybe it's very expected. He's so rich.
Well, he sees the outpost being taken, right? So he just throws a blind hook, hoping he finds something.
Bro, his team's not even nearby. He's just like, I want to fight, guys. We're over here in the top tower, man. What are you doing? I suppose he's just wasting their time, right?
Yeah.
Like, you just stop them from TPing if you connect on that. I feel like Trout would 2-tap him, and then they would just come defend top, though. Pretty much everyone's got their items, but the two main initiators are missing their BKBs, which is really how these fights start. Both teams will be a little cautious about doing anything without that. Now, where's Roche? Just about to spawn, and I think he just walked out of the pit, so they may not know quite yet, but they'll see it in a bit.
Yeah, he's staying nearby on the clockwork. He has the flare. They are aware of the ward over there, but they cannot go for it. Well, he's going to try now.
Still a very, very slow Roche.
The slowest Roche. Whisper is top lane, continuing to try and threaten the barracks, right? If they get that, it's Mega Creeps. He already took the tier 3. Oh, hook shot through. Axe saved by the grip. Nice Vortex, but the follow-up, he's too deep. There's no way. They can't get there on Thelacore. Whisper, again, the Eidolon army.
That's the last set of barracks up there, you know? So if he rats that down, they're going to get megas.
Is he level 25?
It's forcing a response, and that means
yeah, he is.
You would, in theory, lose Roche here, but because it's a carry Necro, it's actually quite slow, and so they can go top, come back, but they have a very short window here because Eidolons are back top already, getting to work.
It's really important they control his outposts.
They have to commit.
Yeah.
They're getting Mega right now.
This is it. Yeah, Mega Creeps are done. He's done it on Wisp, but they're going to jump in. Tai Long trying to find something, just baiting them, but Mega Creep secured. There's going to be a Soulbind onto do the double X. The Black Hole comes out, but a really nice Wind Waker. They've got the Escape Act, but it's not enough. LGD will find him. Big Magnetize out from Hellscream. A beautiful coil as well from the Puck, but they cannot do it alone. A 5 for 0 potentially. He's trying to get away on Abed, but the LGD squad in pursuit. He will survive. But what a heavy cost.
I feel there was some analysis paralysis going on there. They were caught between not getting Mega, not wanting to give up Roche. They stall. They then try to do both. LGD sees them split up. They instantly send it into the triangle.
I think they were just waiting for the Drow the whole time, like looking for the Drow, and I think she showed for a split second, and it was just a blink Soulbind into the Hex. And with that, I mean, this is what we've had, what, 10 Roshans in this series?
I'm not satisfied. We need more. I think you actually give Refresher now to Grimstroke. Just give him double.
Does Storm have it? His own Refresher? If not, I think you give it to the Storm,
Does
right?
he even have slots?
I mean, who cares?
Who cares?
He does.
Okay, after he
not.
has used his Aegis, he'll
But
swap
yeah,
in the Refresher.
All right, Tier 4s under siege. 3 buybacks available, but they're trying to hold them for now. Banner dropped here. Oh, I mean, very aggressively. I think, yeah, it was a little, not necessarily needed, but it's okay. See if they can bait VP onto it.
And what's the angle you can even go for here?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how. You have to take down this banner. They're going to go ahead and pop the Glacier. Drow should be able to clear it up. In comes the call from Saberlight, a Wind Waker to buy some space. There's going to be the Soulbind Hex onto 2. They're just melted right away. Double buyback coming through. Tai Lung falling low, but the Black Hole. Whispers got him, taking him down. VP buybacks the entire team.
The Eidolons are focused.
They're focusing the throne, but can they keep it alive? They cannot. LGD will take game 2, tying the series. An absolute sick game to end the day.
I mean, it was a great Black Hole, but honestly, his game-winning play is the way the Eidolons moved this game, because it forced VP into such a difficult choice between, do you give up Roche? Do you give up